Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Marvel Legendary Randomizer number 166. This is Thursday, May 14th, and yeah, we're going to randomize and play some more Legendary. Hopefully you're all doing well. We're going to go over our results from last week. Hey, look, I have Recruit and Attack already. I'm going to clear that because if I don't, it's going to really bother me. So, if I go to this turn, it should clear. Awesome. All right, so what is the state of Legendary right now? We got to see a couple more cards. They've been revealing a couple of things here and there. We have a full look at Gambit's hero set. Speaking of Gambit, I don't know how I do it. I somehow get all the attack I need before we even start. Would be useful. Imagine a scheme that you started on your first turn with. You have this much Recruit and Attack before you even play any cards. I wonder if that would even be worth. Anyway, I'm going to stop doing that. But yeah, so since we're doing the randomizer stream, I do want to mention Gambit. Gambit has never been randomized into a game. This is my 166th stream and over 165. Gambit from the core set, who's been in the randomization pool for every single game, has not shown up. He's got some pretty, I was going to say significant updates in second edition. He's got some needed updates. They're not huge updates, but they do make him a bit better. And we were wondering if he's going to appear before second edition is adopted into the randomizer and the original core set is phased out. But I do want to take a second to look at his hero set because I think it's real cool. The changes that he's had. Maybe we can will him into existence into this stream by showing him off. So let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. And if you haven't seen any of these new cards, by the way, you can go to newcardgallery.bageltopgames.com and check it out there. So let me make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, yep, there he is. So here's Gambit's full hero set. Stack the deck here on the left got no changes, which is perfect. It's kind of blurry. It says draw 2 cards and put a card from your hand on top of your deck. The same as the original. Amazing art on Gambit, by the way. A lot more dynamic. I think his new common 2 is Kinetic Card, which is referencing the last one. That's almost exactly the same. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an X-Men card, X-Men hero, draw it. The new part is otherwise discarded or put it back. You can discard it. And I'm sorry you didn't like the mobile stream. I don't know who watches that thing. I added it as an extra option. If you like the vertical stream, if you want to watch this on your phone for some reason, it's there. I might not keep it if people aren't watching it, but I saw it was an option, so I figured I'd give it a shot. I did have to set it up. And then Hypnotic Charm here is, I think, his best improvement. 3 recruit, costs a little more, but for each player, reveal the top card of their deck, and you decide if that player discards it or put it back. And then Covert, you may KO the card you revealed from your own deck. That KO power is something he didn't have before. Very cool. And then his rare also gives. So we don't know how much it costs exactly because it was obscured, but it does care about the cost of card you reveal. And you can also discard it. He was always a very good utility hero, but now he is even more versatile. And I look forward to seeing that. His neighbors up here, Emma Frost and Rogue, we still don't know most of what they do. We do know from the rule sheet that Rogue's copy powers, or stolen powers in this case, works very similarly. And I'm very curious to see what Emma's play another card from the villain deck does, if it still does that or it's completely changed. The KO is only from your own deck. That is correct on Hypnotic Charm, but still very, very useful. Especially because that covert is pretty easy to set up with Stack the Deck. You draw 2 cards, it's a covert, it can set that up. And we also got to see Hulk. I don't think I added his card here. Yeah, it's the second one changed the name from Unstoppable Hulk to Don't Make Me Angry, and otherwise it works exactly the same. So we've seen most of Hulk there, and that's the only new cards we got to see this week. They just did a post about showing off all 5 Masterminds. We did already see their epics and standard sides. And we got to see all 9 schemes. It's got to be soon. I got to see the Shadow of Thoughts out rework. I want to see that too. Yeah, so pre-orders are available on Upper Deck. And the site says May or June release, hopefully. We don't know exactly when that's going to be. But we're just going to have to continue to be the patient Upper Deck game fans we are and wait until that release date is announced. And thank you for the water. So, with that out of the way, I'm going to talk about last week's results. How did you feel about Epic Emperor Vulcan's Age of Ultron? I know how you felt about it if you played it. But here it was. I named it Vulcan Death Chips. I hope you liked my title. Epic Emperor Vulcan is really tough. And shout out to creator and designer of Marvel Legendary, Devin Lowe, came by the stream and watched most of the game. And he's like, yeah, this is a tough one. The epics are really tough. You did a great job. So I appreciated him coming by and chatting with us. So Emperor Vulcan, Epic Emperor Vulcan's Age of Ultron, a lot of really beefy stuff in the city, not a lot of ways to get the throne's favor off of him, except for leaving some of the Shi'ar Imperial elite out there to take down at specific times. This was Age of Ultron's first time in the Randomizer League, and it was Phantom X's first time in the Randomizer League. But let's go ahead and find out how everybody did, shall we? We had 14 games this week played, including my own. So let's see where everybody landed. So here is everybody under our top 10. I was too sleepy after the last stream, so I didn't submit the run that I played alongside. Oh, you should have done that. You have the whole week to do it. Should have told me 5 minutes ago. I wouldn't have given you time. Anyway, here are the results. Again, I forgot to hide this again. Someday I'll figure that out. 15 with yours if you had submitted. So here's everybody under the top 10. So the win rate was 21%, frustrating. And the fun level was 2.9 out of 5. Okay. Now, that's significant because even though we can round it up to a 3, which is a middle of the ground setup, which is actually a really good fun level for a win rate this low. So I have a number calculated in the main spreadsheet that calculates the thrill level, and it has to do with the distance between win rate and fun level. If a game is, if it's lower on the win rate but higher on the fun level, we consider that thrilling because despite it being hard to win, it was still fun comparatively. So I would say this game was particularly thrilling. Not necessarily the most fun, but definitely thrilling because that matches some different types of play styles. I think you look for. All right, let's go ahead and look at our top 10. Nobody here under the top 10 won their games. Let's see if anybody did. Here we go. Number 10, if I can click this properly, is, bam, KB Driven with 26.5 total rank points. Also didn't win. KB Driven knew it was going to be a constant struggle to get to Vulcan. I was able to keep the Ultrons in check, defeating most of them, but was unable to hit Vulcan more than once. Ended in a draw with an empty villain deck. 9th place is Joe Stone with 27 total rank points. Had 4 escapes. Dino Mike at 8th place with 27.5 total rank points with 2 escapes. Everybody here took the maximum amount of turns and had a draw game. Had twists every other turn during the first 6, and Wong's Rare was the first to get taken by the scheme. Really, though, to get the Weapon X sequence strong enough on either side, and really tough, I think. And there were an abundance of wounds to heal, but I got decently lucky with HQ being Sunlight for the most of the game. 6th place is a tie between Jubson and Tech Fiend, 35.5 total rank points for each of them. Neither one also went to the very end. Tech Fiend managed to win with no escapes, but Jubson got 3rd place in points per turn, so they tied there. Tech Fiend says, very frustrating. We had no problem keeping the city clear, and Ultron bots only pulled tech and ranged from the hero deck, so we were never an issue. We could not generate enough attack to hit the Mastermind due to the Throne's favor. I feel that. We each accumulated several wounds early on due to Master Strikes, and they were super inconvenient, just not a very fun setup. Yeah, you weren't the only one who gave it a 2. And I also tied as well. Look at that, 666. This was my run. I had 2 escapes. I was first in points per turn. I managed to get the, in the 44 turn game that most people had, I managed to get the most VP, even with my 2 escapes. I was only 4 attack away from the final blow. It was right down to the wire. If you want to go watch my game, you can. I got a lot of bystanders with Viv Vision. I think that's what put me over on the points per turn. But nobody's won yet. Let's look at our 5th place, which is actually going to jump like this to 4th place. So 4th place is Red John with 37 total rank points, who did win the game. Our first winner. Well done winning this game, Red John. I was very, very close. With 41 turns and 2 escapes. Really bad shuffle in both the villain deck and hero deck. The twist had Ultrons up to all 5 colors on twist 4. Mine happened very early too. Only 2 death's heads showed up before turn 30. No KO cards for most of the early game. Rough all around, but good job winning. Okay, our top 3. Did anybody get to the top 3 without winning their game? The answer is yes. Lamberton This is one of those rare circumstances where the escapes and wins vary enough that somebody who lost the game placed above somebody who won the game. So Lamberton here, let's compare Red John's and Lamberton's. It's fun to figure that out. So Red John got 13 rank points for winning. Lamberton only got 6 for not winning, but that was split to a lot of people. Turns, Lamberton went to 44 turns with a loss. Red John was the first for turns, 13.5 total rank points. However, look at escapes and points per turn. That's where Lamberton made up their points. No escapes, first place. Very rare to get no escapes in this thing. So 13.5 points to Red John's 9.5. And then the points per turn is the big difference. Red John only had 1.9 points per turn, whereas Lamberton had second place with 13 points for points per turn, 3.136 points per turn. And I love when that works out that way. Lamberton says, tough setup. Too bad I missed only 2 points of the final blow on my last turn. I'm wondering if there are any players able to win this setup. There were. Still pretty pleased with having no escapes and achieving many VP in both victory piles, but sometimes you lose. I think the last two did win their game. Our second place winner is Warfire222 with 40.5 total rank points. First place tied with Red John in turns there for 41 turns with 4 escapes. A lot of escapes though, but also pretty good points per turn. And our first place winner, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if this is your first place win or first in a long time, so congrats. It's Montax with 42.5 total rank points, who won this thing in third place in turns, 8th place in escapes, 3rd place in points per turn, but with the low amount of wins for this entire thing, that was enough to get him at the top. I rarely play with Phantom X, but I really like the mechanics of the set. Managed to get every rare in one deck. That'll help you. I had 0 strategy. 3 brains was a great help in getting those rares. Disappearing Act would have been extremely helpful, but I only saw 1. If I was able to thin my deck with the rares, I would have won sooner. I managed to win on the final turn, which explains the 44 turns right there. But well done, Montax and everybody, for even trying this. Again, this looks like a pretty thrilling setup. A decent fun level for how difficult it was, so I recommend checking that out. First in a very long time. Congrats, Montax. Good job. Anybody who finished that game and went all the way to the end has my respect. Okay, I do want to test something out with... Okay, it looks like our chat's working. I see YouTube chatters in the chat. It was having issues last week, so we are good. All right, so that's the old business. Now we got a new setup to play. So what I want to hear from you are... by the way, I lost my game, as you could see. So Vulcan and Age of Ultron are still in the rotation. They could literally show up right now. So, yes. Rio Firestars comment, I couldn't play this week, was preparing a fiery Clug project during that time. If you don't know what the Clug is, it's the custom legendary Unity guild. It's present in our Discord, and it's basically a structured, systematic, peer-reviewed system for making custom legendary content. We have 1 release so far, and we're working on some more. Activity is picking up. If you like playing custom legendary content, or if you want to design your own, you should come by and earn some points towards feedback on people's projects, just in case you want to redeem that for some focus on your own. Come check that out. All right, now let me know in chat who you want to see and who you're worried about seeing and who you don't want to see, because it's that latter who are probably going to appear. As I get this ready, we could Ultron's age. Vulcan doesn't have a scheme, but that's very funny. We could see Ultron. There's a bunch of Masterminds still in there. After I finished Season 1, I beat all the Masterminds, and they're all back in. Rick Jones would be fun. Who have I not played with in a while? I can't think of them, because otherwise I would be able to. What I love in these randomized setups are unexpected combos that are things that even all these years later, I didn't know worked well together. We had one the other week with Iceman and MCU Wasp. Love more surprising situations like that. Okay, make sure I got this together over here. Seeing what you guys are saying. Heroim, more bystander opportunity. I'd be down for that. We were talking about favorite hero teams in the Discord. One of my favorites is Warbound. Warbound Lights is great. Something with Circle of Kung Fu. You could get the scheme. I think the scheme is still in here. I'm not 100% sure. Schemes never reset, so every time I defeat a scheme on one of these streams, it's eliminated. And we've gone through 165 randomizer streams, and there's still plenty of schemes. I think like 60 schemes are still left. Yeah, come to the Clug. It's a good time. Ultron Infinity, that would dictate which henchmen we're using. Agent Venom. I like Agent Venom with any other hero that cares about the symbols. Works well. Is Killmonger the Betrayer removed? Did we beat him already? I don't recall. I have to look at my list. I can put this up here. It might be extra small. But let's see. It is kind of extra small. You can kind of see it. So we have... Yeah, these are not defeated yet. At the bottom they are. So, yeah, Killmonger the Betrayer we already have out of the rotation for now. But if you want to go look at that anytime, go to league.vigotopgames.com. I've updated. Do you think we'll get an actual Defenders team legendary? I don't think we're gonna get the team affiliation because they're either split. They're probably split to Marvel Knights. But I've said this before. One of my I like team heroes like the Warriors 3. My dream team hero set would be the classic Defenders with Strange, Surfer, Namor, and Hulk. And as a team hero set, Marvel Knights affiliated, I would love to see that. Okay. I'm going to randomize the thing, and I'm going to get the cards, and we're going to play a brand new game of Legendary. Are you ready, kids? Here we go. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's terrifying. I'm gonna let you read that to yourself while I get the cards. I don't even want to say it. I don't want to say what I've just seen. Yikes! I don't like that at all. Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm glad you like the playmat tech. Means somebody chose it for me. Oof. Who's playing this week? Okay, enemies of Wakanda. Okay, where are we? Okay, obviously Horror of Horrors is terrifying, and I don't know what horror we're gonna get. I want to ask you in chat though, what should we do for this scheme? Do you want us all to pick random horrors, or should we all have to use the same random ones that I randomize right now? Let me know what you think as I get this stuff. All right, Omens of Ragnarok. Where are you? Why can't I find O? You are... I can't... Oh, because I put them in the wrong spot. You can't find stuff you put in the wrong spot. Why is Old Man Logan back for 2 weeks in a row? I just noticed Hulk 2099 is there. Speedball. I don't know how this is going to fit together. And the Giants too. I am sorry, I am so slow on getting the cards today. All right, let's get these heroes. We got top deck stuff. We got city stuff. They don't really work together. Okay, Daredevil and Hulk 2099. And he just showed up on when I chose him for the Sneak Attack the Heroes' Homes. Okay, Kraven, Old Man Logan again. Okay. Oh, for Old Man Logan. And Speedball. And of course, the horrors. We're gonna need these. Whoa, okay. Alright, let me catch up on what you were saying. The Sombra says same as me. Random horrors make a huge difference. You only have one of the heroes. No worries. Such is the way of the Randomizer League. If you want to play leagues that aren't this one, there's all kinds of stuff going on Board Game Geek, and just go to legendaryleagues.com and they'll link to those threads. And the tournament's going on right now as well. Do you ever think we'll get more new warriors? No. Yeah, a lot of sets that are hard to get, so I'm sure you totally play it if you had it too. Yeah, Hulk 2099 is very fun. I don't know who he pairs up with well here. Daredevil has some strength and not a lot of wounds though. Old Man Logan might have something. I don't exactly remember, even though it was recent. All right, let me get the scheme. Horror starts with H. Actually, you don't really need the... Yeah, it was used in the tournament, I saw. I think this has to... Is there a scheme with less text than this one? I think this might be it. I think this might have the least amount of text. Anyway, let me get this together. I think Kraven has 1 strength card, yeah. Good point. Okay, so the way Horror of Horrors works, and I'll go over it in detail in a second. Paralyzing Venom is simple, but I think this has less text, because that has to describe what the biochemists are. But you can just look at it, it's fine. It's going to play 5 random horrors. And the horrors, and this is very swingy because the horrors will vary wildly in difficulty. So that's why I agree. I think we should all get the same ones, but I'm going to randomize what I get, and then I'll put that into the setup rules. So if you're playing along with me, you kind of have to wait to see what horrors I get, rather than going ahead right now. So just enjoy that time. All right, there's our villains. Only 5 strikes though. I'm sorry, only I meant only 6 twists. I was almost always 5 strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, actually, for fun, here's what I'm gonna do instead. I'm gonna, instead of putting the twist in there, I'm gonna put the horrors in. I think that's more fun for me. The randomizer is very mad at us. It's done some really awful stuff. Okay, so let's shuffle in those horrors. It'll be more dramatic when I reveal it on camera. I mean, you have to. You know what? Mad respect to anybody who actually plays this. But you really don't have to. Anybody got any tips for how these heroes are going to work together? Off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything obvious. They all seem to do their own thing. If I can build a Daredevil deck with very similar costs, that will help me in guessing what those costs are. I don't see a lot of top deck reveal here. Klaw's gonna care about those hero classes, and we have... There's not a lot of tech here. Is there any tech? Yeah, Hulk 29, his uncommon is tech. Yeah. That makes it worse for me. I'd rather the classes be split up. Okay. Here's our 5 random... our 6... Actually, here's the hard part. I'm gonna have to do 6 horrors. The last one doesn't happen. Evil wins on the last one. But I have to do 6 because otherwise I can't guarantee the last one will be a regular twist. You can use Logan's loaner card when the HQ is full of Kraven cards. Okay, cool. Yep, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mystery horrors. I'll put at the bottom here so we can't see them. And then 2 bystanders. So I hope that there's a really bad one there. I shuffle it to the bottom. Secret Wars is close, but Horror of Horrors seems to be the shortest. Yeah, because most of the rules text is on the horror cards. Makes sense. Thank you for checking. I didn't know if anybody was going to check. Okay, while I get my hero deck ready, let me do a couple thank yous to folks on Twitch who have given me some very kind subs. Joel, thank you for 45 months of subs with a tier 1. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. And Rio Firestar, 18 months of the Prime sub, thank you. And TechFiend, 22 minutes ago, 14 months with a Prime sub. Thank you very much. I got a little hype train from that. I just don't remember exactly how the synergy will work. I have to remind myself. Is that? Are you trying to say that you don't want to recruit any of them? Is that the joke? That was beyond me. Ooh, and I get to use my my shiny Daredevil promo. Very shiny. All right. So let me do my Mastermind and Scheme overview while I shuffle. So let me go ahead and get Klaw out here. Okay, I eventually got it. Thank you. I guess I didn't... I kind of like Kraven, so it didn't really land as well with me. I get the point. Okay. Our Mastermind today, if you choose to accept him, and no obligation to doing so. And I'll leave the setup up here. Thank you for the water. And welcome, Ollie. I usually get the joke eventually. I can't guarantee right away. I can never guarantee right away. So our Mastermind here is Epic Klaw. So Epic Klaw is quadruple empowered by the colors of his sonic frequency. That's what it sounds like. Empowered means you get +1 attack for each matching hero class in the HQ, and that happens 4 times for each one. Master Strike, put the top card of the hero deck Next to Klaw is a sonic frequency. He likes chili dogs. Put any previous frequency in each card from the HQ that does not share a color with the new frequency on the bottom of the hero deck, and each player gains a wound. Okay, there's some wound synergy for Hulk. I'm going to have to lean into him because you just gain the wound no matter what on the strike. And I want to deal with that. So look at that strike text again. The top card of the hero deck goes next to him. Any previous one that doesn't share a color with it goes in the bottom. So that'll cycle through. So there's a timing aspect to this. And hopefully it's in my favor. But he's going to mess up the HQ, so there's only so much I can do there. And then we're going to look at one of the most infamous schemes here, which is Horror of Horrors. As we talked about, barely any text on this. Because here's what it says. 6 twists. Twist 1 to 5, play a random horror. And twist 6, evil wins. Which not only does it potentially play some really nasty stuff, but I could draw twist 6 early on. I have put the horrors in there as my twist. No divided heroes in this hero deck here. Thank goodness we got this Daredevil, not the other one. And hey, Kyla, thank you for the sub. Welcome. Everybody give Kyla a big thank you. Kyla is running the tournament this time and last time, and pretty much the year before that, I think we worked on that one together. But it takes a lot of time and effort, and I don't wish that on anybody. And he's doing that out of the kindness of his heart. So if you're playing in the tournament, give him a thank you. 29 months of subs, by the way. Maybe not all future times. Maybe there's going to be a time where I can get back around to it, but I'm glad you're able to keep it going for people. You're getting paid in setup feedback. What are you talking about? Well, what is your question? If you literally meant question. Okay, I'm going to hide this setup. You can go look at it at league.thegotellgames.com or whatever. All right, so let's start and see what our horrors are and see if I can win. Unlike all of you, I do get 2 attempts at this, so we'll see if that is enough to help me if I can't win the first time. Oh, name for... that's the car, right? Trust me, Ali, I know how much time he spends on it because I know how much time I had to spend on it, so I'm very familiar. It is a lot of time. And we've built a lot of supports over the years to automate a lot of things, but there's a lot of considerations into it to customize those setups, and it's a lot of fun to put that creative work into it, but it does just take a lot of time, so. Yes. Can you just, Kyla, give some attributes. Give me like a list of like 10 to 20 attributes of the thing that we can use to find some associated words. Yes, it's a lot. I wish it could be done easier, but it can't. I need a list of words, and then chat can go off on that. Okay. I mean, you can call it the Black Bolt, but it's not a bolt. That's actually a car. Magneto. Oh, Black Mustang. What is the name of the flying horse from the Fear Lords? Yeah, I guess Volt is the car. All right, keep talking about the car. I do want to help you figure this out, but I'm going to start by getting my stuff ready. What do I have to track? Twist 6 evil wins. Off the track anything there. Just got to change the number of twists to 6. And my window is not visible. Where is it? Okay. So out of 6 twists, and that... Well, I have to keep track of the frequencies, but I do have my counters, so I can just do that. Was it... a moonroof? Okay. I'm thinking of Moon Knight. What rhymes with night? It has to do with cars. Nothing really that I can think of in this context. Heated and cooled seats. That's too many things. I'm out of ideas. It could be Knight Rider with the K. Yeah. EV Noir. Okay, let's begin. I'm gonna go ahead and get my starting hands ready. Sometimes when I talk too much, nothing's going on here, I get concerned. Left hand's gonna start with I think I've started with a 3 and 3 on my left hand for the last several streams. I don't know what's happening. Dreamstalker. Call it Dreamstalker with no context. I'm sure it'll be fine. You want to hop in a Dreamstalker? Okay, and our starting HQ. As I said before, the starting HQ sometimes dictates how the entire game is going to go. So let's see how this goes. Starting with Kraven's Corner the Prey, followed by Kraven's Hunt Down. There's his strength card. Are we going oops all Kraven in the HQ? Nope. We got Speedball's Reckless Rescue Attempt. 3 different hero classes. 4 different hero classes. Ceaseless Tracker Kraven. Are we going to get Hulk's Uncommon? Oh, so close to having all 5 classes. We got Hulk's Common, Rage Incarnate. Not quite sure the direction I want to go here. But there you go. All right. It's time to play Epic Klaw's Horror of Horrors. I'm probably as terrified as you are, but we got to do it. So here we go. Turn number 1. That's what we're here to do. If I can figure out how I want to put my cards down. Hardest part of the game. Okay, turn 1. Are we starting off with the horror that plays extra cards from the villain deck right off the bat? Probably. And no, we get Scourge the Executioner first up. This is very much the most popular scheme. Okay. So, Scourge has Bridge Conqueror 3 and fight KO one of your heroes, and he's 4+ attack. Can't fight him yet. But if I can get 4 attack before the city advances, I should be able to take him out. Not a bad one to pull first, for that reason. Why did it say turn 3? It's turn 1. Don't take my turns away. I need my turn count. So we have, like I said, our 3 and 3, which isn't going to go anywhere. Attack-wise. We have a few recruit options. Let's find out what they are. Starting with Speedball's Reckless Rescue Attempt. 2 recruit, range reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a villain, rescue a bystander. Otherwise, KO a bystander from the bystander stack. Would villain deck knowledge really help me? Maybe if a strike is coming up, it'll give me some advice. But range is going to be hard to get here. Yeah, I realize that. But I fixed it now. We're fixed. Ceaseless Tracker Kraven, 1 recruit, dodge. Which means you can discard this card to draw a new one. Sinister 6, you get +2 recruit. I like the early recruit. Doesn't hurt to have a dodge card in there. And finally, Rage Incarnate Hulk. 2 attack. Cybermod Wound, you get +1 attack. Cybermod 4 wounds. Instead, you get I said +2 earlier. +1. Instead, you get +2. I need his other card to send them undercover in the first place, though. So as far as a 3 pickup, I'm tempted to take one of the 2 recruit cards. I'm going to have a big recruit hand next turn here on the left. I'm going to have 5 recruit, which means I could take Hunt Down next turn. This is a good one. Move an adversary or a villain in a direction. Move that villain as many adjacent empty spaces as you can in that direction. You get +1 attack for each space it moved. A great one to get early when the city is mostly empty. So if I want to take this next turn, what should I take this turn? Probably Ceaseless Tracker, even though I can afford one more. Getting those 2 Kraven cards in hand. Hopefully getting the Sinister 6 trigger for extra recruit the following turn will really set me up in a big way. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Ceaseless Tracker. And if you're trying to up your legendary game, I think Kyle and others can attest to this, that future plan out for how much recruit am I going to have on my next turn really does help. If people you're playing with are patient. And we got Radar Sense. I don't know if I'm going to be able to build a Daredevil deck that wants you to have that cost knowledge. But maybe I'll get to take advantage of that. And then, yeah, here's my next hand. It's going to have 5 recruit. I've planned out for that. Of course, the HQ could be completely messed up. So we'll see if I get to stick with that plan. Turn number 2 is our first horror, and it is Tyrant Mastermind, which I immediately jumped away from. Yep, play random horror. I did. Let's go back to it. The Mastermind is +3 attack. All things considered, could have been a lot worse. He didn't need the buff, but I could have had a lot. It could have had extra cards played, so I'll take it. Mastermind permanently has 3 attack. We're gonna go ahead and put this right next to him. He's at 13 plus the empowerment. If I'm getting up to those crazy numbers to hit him anyway, I don't think 3 is gonna make a huge difference. Although cut to the future where I'm like 1 to 3 attacks short. Anyway, fine. I'll take it. It's cool. Doesn't pressure on the city. So our classic 4 and 2 here on the right. And so I want to take Kraven on the left to build those up. So again, my options are I can take Radar Sense. Not the best card to have early. I can say 0 early though and probably get the 4 attack because I'm going to have a lot of 0 cost on the top of my deck. I also have Speedball here. It's basically going to function like an officer for a good while unless I can get any range. And again, if I look at the setup, doesn't really tell me the classes, but I know that only Speedball has ranged. I don't think anybody else here has ranged. But and all it does is rescue bystanders to help with his other cards. So I don't know if I want to worry about Speedball. Maybe I should worry about clearing the city. I'm going to have 4 again, but if I don't get Recruit in my first hand, I'm going to be in trouble. I got to get Recruit. I don't want to take an officer. So I think I am going to take Reckless Rescue Attempt just so I can get that out of the HQ, get some early Recruit, and maybe I'll find more of his cards. So we'll see. Maybe it'll be a good idea. And we got another Radar Sense. Okay. And that's it for now. Then, of course, my 4 and 2 is coming up next. Moving on to turn number 3. Pretty decent start, I think. But we have our first Henchmen, the Giants of Jotunheim. Ambush. Each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck. I have watched Season 2. I don't want to talk about spoilers in this format, but they got to build Season 2 from the ground up versus tacking on the extra stuff to Season 1, and boy, it shows. It is probably my favorite thing that Marvel Television on Disney Plus has done. Incredible. All right, so top 3 cards of their deck. I have a full discard pile and no deck on the left, so I have to shuffle this to make the new deck and then discard the top 3. If it weren't for clearing the HQ, I'd take an Officer over Speedball, especially when 2E comes out and there's some hero class ones in there, yeah. I went back to revisit their original plans for Season 1, and I couldn't believe they were going to just, like, not bring back so many characters and actors. So glad they did that. Okay, so left-hand side is going to discard... Oh, you can't see that. Trooper, Agent, Trooper on the left. Right-hand side, same situation, so we're shuffling in the discard pile early with Speedball over here. Yeah, definitely... I saw that viewership went down by 50% from Season 1, probably because Season 1 wasn't super impressive. Now that it's all out there, if you're a fan at all, definitely go binge it. Top 3 cards on the right discarded. Okay, Speedball didn't get discarded, so he's in there. That's good. Okay, put him into the city. By the way, I'll note that technically these ambush effects happen after they enter the city. For logistical purposes, I just do it once they're... visible on top of the villain deck, but if that would affect anything, I would physically put them there. I do break the rules for logistic streaming purposes sometimes. That's one of them. All right, there's my 5 recruit I talked about, and I'm going to go with what I said. Take Hunt Down. I'm lucky the city's not filling up that much, so if I can keep it clear, and Hunt Down will help with that. By the way, this card is so much fun fighting Ego. Yes. If you maximize the city while you're fighting Ego, this card generates so much attack if you can just move cards all the way around. The downside is in that setup with Ego, he plays a lot of extra cards in the villain deck, so it might be too full to do that, but it's fun when you can. Anyway, yes, I will take Hunt Down. Kraven's one of the hero sets that's a bit more friendly to convert to the... Oh, I got a second one. That's great. To play with the hero cards. Works a bit better there. Less equivalent terms you have to worry about. And bindings and such. That would be fun too. All of a sudden, the tide goes out and Kraven is running all over the place. So there's the start of my new hand and a full shuffle. We'll see if I can get the second Kraven card in hand, and then I can use that to get more Kraven. Yeah, there is a horror that brings in an extra Mastermind, right? So Ego could join this setup. It could happen. I will randomize from all Masterminds, not just the ones that we've removed from the thing. Which means I'm going to have to get the wheel out or something, because I don't have that ready. Ollie, it seems like you want to get back into designing legendary setups again. Just getting that hunch. All right, 2 more. 1 and 2. Nope, didn't get Kraven. Hunters don't really want to be... If they don't want to be found, I'm not going to find them. Okay, turn number 4. We've got our first Master Strike. Here's where things get really, really uncomfortable. Put the top card of the hero deck next to Klaw as a sonic frequency. The top card of the hero deck is a dual class card, because of course it is. Okay, so let me do this. Okay, put any previous frequency in each card from the HQ that does not share a color with the new frequency on the bottom of the hero deck. Yeah, I mean, new content's coming soon. Hopefully by the end of June, like they said. Although it is a revamp, but I get you. Okay, any previous frequency, and each card from the HQ deck does not share a color with the new frequency on the bottom of the hero deck. So these are the colors yellow and red. So each card that's not yellow or red goes to the bottom, which is just Kraven. The only card actually one goes a long way. And DC looks cool too, and it, again, from what I see, it does look like you can mix them. You know, to a certain extent. Just making sure I read this correctly, because this kind of card text I will screw up if I'm not paying attention. Yep, it does not share a color. I did that correctly. So we got a new one. And yeah, each player gains a wound. So let's pass out some wounds. Left and right. I'm gonna flip them. I'll go with the flipped orientation. Okay, they're the same. Doesn't matter. The wounds go out. Gonna have to get some Hulk 2099. Yeah, well, here's his attack is 21, so it's 10, 13, and then quadruple empowered by each color. 17, 21, 25, 29. Is he 33 right now? He's empowered by everything. I think he's at 33. Unless I'm doing the math wrong. Yeah, it's worse than I thought. I'm not even gonna worry about that. That's gross. Again, the way this Mastermind works, if I can get him to have a... He's going to refresh stuff, but if he gets a tech, I would love for him to skill a tech, because then he'll probably be the weakest. Casual 33 attack on Klaw. Alright. But I'm not going to feel bad about it, because I wasn't even close to hitting him in the first place. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And by the way, I will mention, if you're watching this, and you don't know what this game is, and you're wondering what the heck is happening, it's Marvel Legendary. Please ask away. A lot of confusing stuff is happening. And I or some helpful folk in the chat will let you know what's going on. All right, this is the right-hand side. I had already taken Speedball. I have some options. Corner of the Prey is choose a villain. If there's no empty city spaces next to them, it gets -1 this turn. Yeah, a free hit on the Mastermind would be great. I don't have access to that. Then we've got Daredevil, who I see a lot of 4 costs here. I might have to lean into that, because if I have 2 of these radar sense and I know the corner of the prey is on the top of the deck, that's 8 attack, and I need big attack to make this work. I've also got Rage Incarnate, which does not cost 4, but does work on cyber modding wounds. I don't have any way to send wounds away yet. I think I'm going to go ahead and have to start making this Daredevil thing work. I do have KO power with the Giants, so maybe I can build a 4-cost deck over here. That would be very interesting if I could do that. It's hard to do. May not pay off, but I'm going to try. And maybe I'll throw 3 and 4. So it'll be a 50-50 shot eventually. Okay, there's Speedball. Although I probably would take a rare if I could. Yeah, watch Speedball not show up. What does Speedball's rare do? My hunch is it might be helpful here, but I don't recall exactly what it does. Okay. But I can't be relying on rares. You know how this works. A lot of recruit. Also have dodge I probably won't use. Turn 5, another giant, so more discarding. At least it'll be easier. Don't have to reshuffle this time. Left-hand side discards Trooper, Agent, and Agent. Cancels Master Strikes. Thank you. Depending on what the empowerment is, that might be very useful. And right-hand side is... And avoid wounds. Agent, Agent, Trooper. All right, I'm happy to discard the Grays. It was nice of the Giants there. So I've got Kraven here, and I could dodge him if I wanted to. But I don't think I do, because I don't really have a lot of attack anyway. Chances of me drawing his other card aren't very high. And I only have 1 attack anyway. So I'm going to play it for 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually, there's nothing to recruit for 5. Let's play 3 of these. I probably want to take Corner of the Prey. I'm probably going to go all in on Kraven. Although this card's not the best. If the city's getting full, this is 3 attack for 4, basically. If I let the left side care about clearing the city, right-hand side can try to just get Daredevil big attack. And that might work. I mean, you can play Rivals and listen to this, as you know. Why limit your possibilities? Just saying. I think that's what I'm gonna go for. So let me play the other agent. Okay, fair. Have fun. Have a good time. Thanks for coming by. I'm gonna take Corner of the Prey and we'll try to make that work. We got a backflip. And wall crawl some stuff. I'm not really using the points for much anymore. Feel free to earn them. Okay. I do have some things still available. Question, should I dodge this or not? If I do, I might be able to hit something. So I'll take advantage of that. Let's dodge Ceaseless Tracker. And draw something new. And it's a Trooper. So that's going to give me 2 attack, which isn't going to go anywhere. And that's all. So I should get Kraven's other card in this hand. Yep, it was the next card. Very close. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I'm getting Hunt down a little late. The city's getting full, which makes it a lot less effective. The good thing about Corner of the Prey, it is unconditional. That's meaning there's no superpower trigger. And basically it takes out Henchmen by itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you want to know something fun, by the way? Check this out. So Corner of the Prey, if there are no empty city spaces, it gets -1 this turn. So what's really cool is if you were playing... I'll switch to the other side. If you're playing a Fateful Resurrection setup with that card, and you manage to play 3 of them to get a henchman down to 0, and then fought it and it resurrected, it's going to be 0 for the rest of the turn. So you can keep fighting it as much as you want to get all the rewards. So let's say you had an Asgardian Warrior, you got it down to 0, you could fight it and draw your whole deck. Keep fighting it for 0. It's a fun little combo that I like. It's kind of specific though, but fun when it happens. Okay, turn number 6, go to the villain deck, is Surtur the Giant King, the Fire Giant King. Oh, we got Frost Giants and Fire Giants. Just made that connection. Fight. Put this into your discard pile as a Surtur's Crown artifact, and if he escapes, he was holding the Eternal Flame. Unfortunately, he showed up before the flame. Say Ragnarok has come, KO each Heroes of Asgard hero from the HQ. There aren't any here. Each player gains 2 wounds, and the artifact effect is once per turn you get Sewer's Conqueror 1, which is just okay for him. So what I've got is enough attack to hit a henchman. So let's play my 3 attack. Take out one of these henchmen. Let's go with the one of the rooftops. I may KO a gray hero from my discard pile. There are gray heroes in my discard pile, so let's start with that. Taking them out. And I will take out... I think I still need to do some early recruiting. But... I'm going to get rid of an agent first. Agent's gone first. Thank you for the water. Spider-Man's being grabbed. You see that? How rude. And then we've got 4 recruit. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think I'm gonna try to make this thing work. Maybe I have to take Corner of the Prey over there. Although, am I gonna reshuffle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not. So I'll save backflip until I'm gonna reshuffle. I don't have no deck, so no, that'll be later. So yeah, we're gonna try to hit stuff. We're gonna take Radar Sense for 4. Maybe I can make that. And another one. Okay, you gotta lean into what the HQ's giving you. HQ's giving me Radar Sense. I gotta take Radar Sense. I gotta make Daredevil work. Not the strongest, but pretty fun. Okay. So right now I have a Radar Sense in hand. I can look at the rest of my deck in my discard pile. Most of the cards are 0, so I'm probably gonna say 0 when I play Radar Sense. It will also, playing Radar Sense will shuffle in my deck without any of these other cards getting in the shuffle, which is actually very good because of what they are. You guys saw the Spider-Man Brand New Day release date, right? July something? End of July? I'm excited. Turn 7 is Jormungand, the World Serpent, who's got Conqueror Everything. July 31st, thank you. Radar Sense is great with multiple men. I once had him in the Astral Plane with nothing in the city, and so it was as weak as it possibly could be, with no effect from anything else. Fight each hero currently in the HQ, cost 1 less this turn. Nice to fight when there's a rare that I need to get. Why is it coming out of its sleeve? That's bothering me. Stop it. Okay, so strategy time. I got Hunt down. City's pretty full, though, and I can't really clear it, so I have to pick a villain, move it a direction. As many spaces as you move it, you get +1 attack. So the most I can do is 1, but I'll take it. So if I play Hunt down and I move Scourge to the bridge, unfortunately, that's going to give him Bridge Conqueror. So this is the one time where this doesn't help me. I can't move anybody else. That's very funny. So that's really funny. If I moved him, I finally have 4 attack to hit him, but now he goes up to 7. I actually really love that is the case. So I guess I'm moving nobody and fighting the Giants of Jotunheim. So I'll play Hunt down with moving no one. And I'll play the Shield Trooper. And I'll fight the rooftops. Hilarious. I have no discard pile. This is going to waste a KO. But I think it's worth it. So let's take it out. I hate wasting KO. But I also don't want the city to fill up too much, especially for Kraven. I got 4 recruit. Speaking of Kraven, he can take more Kraven. He is great at clearing the city and then taking advantage of the emptier city. So let's do it. Then we'll bring in some friends for him if he gets lonely. Oh man, Logan's rare. No more heroes. We saw it on last stream. 5 attack. Reveal your hand. You get +5 attack if you haven't played any Shield or Hydra cards this turn. You don't have any in your hand. This is going to require some serious deck thinning that I don't know if I'm going to get to, but it does have 5 attack on it, which is great. Although Klaw might send us to the bottom of the hero deck. I am upset that I felt like I had to fight that henchman without to get the KO, because look at all these graves that I have. Alright, turn 8 is Tetu from the Enemies of Wakanda, who's empowered by range. Joke's on you, there's barely any. Ambush, put a hero from the HQ that isn't empowering any Enemies of Wakanda on the bottom of the hero deck. Fight, same effect. I tuck anybody. Who should it be? If I am leaning into Radar Sense, now I hesitate to get rid of Radar Sense. Backflip is very good, because it'll set up Radar Sense. I do want to have one of those, but there's going to be more. I could get rid of the No More Heroes Old Man Logan rare. It's not the best. I think I'm going to have a really hard time getting more than 5 attack from this. And basically, if I do tuck it, it'll make my shop a little better. Plus, this might get tucked from the Mastermind anyway. So I think I do actually tuck the rare for those reasons. I could also get rid of 1 copy of Rage Incarnate. I'm not really getting the Hulk 2099 cards I need, but there are a lot of wounds. So it's between Hulk and Logan, as it has been in the past. This card just is so good. Once you have cyber modded 4 wounds, you just get 4 attack from it no matter what. But I have to get the other card. So yeah, I think I'm actually going to tuck the rare, believe it or not. Kind of surprised I'm doing that. Alright, another Reckless Rescue attempt for more bystanders, which unfortunately is going to power Tetu. Like, Tetu pulled the exact card I wanted. Okay. So now Tetu's at 5 attack. Perfect. Great. Just what I wanted. By the way, there's other Conqueror stuff going on. So Jormungand is buffed up too, and Scourge is not. So the World Serpent is at 9 attack. Surge is only at 6. Hopefully the Crown doesn't show up too, or the I forget, the Eternal Flame, right? And then next turn Scourge is going to be more. So if I can fight something, it's all going to depend on what happens here with Radar Sense. I can fight Scourge if I guess correctly. So I'll play this now. 2 attack, choose a number, then reveal the top card of your deck. If the card is that cost, you get +2 attack. Obviously, my best move here is to say 0. So I'm going to say 0 and shuffle, and hopefully not reveal one of the 2 cards that don't cost 0. Because that means Matt is having an off day. Alright, one more shuffle. I reveal a 0 cost. Thank you. So I get 2 more attack. That's exactly what I needed. I could take out Tetu instead if I decide to recruit Speedball first, but I think I'm still going to go for Scourge because if I don't, that Bridge Conqueror is annoying, and I get to KO one of my heroes. So let me play my 1, 2, 3, 4 recruit. Yeah, Radar Sense is very good if you can set up for it. I did do a complete shuffle, so unfortunately, maybe I should have recruited first. No, but that would have decreased the odds that I would have got a 0 cost. All right, let's take out Scourge for 4. Fight KO one of your heroes, and we're gonna get rid of the only option here, Shield Agent. And with 4 recruit, do I take another Radar Sense? Or do I take Backflip? I think this time I take Backflip so I can set up Radar Sense, even though I can afford more. Although, I'm not gonna... You know what? I'm not gonna shuffle for a while. I'm gonna have... I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, you know what? I'll take another Radar Sense. I'll maximize my attack points right now, and then before I shuffle, I'll take Backflip. Well, I have less recruit to work with. Another Hunt Down! A lot of Kraven appearing. Again, Hunt Down's a great card if I can keep the city clear. So far, so good, I think, although I'm not ignoring the fact that Klaw's still a massive amount of attack. Although it's slightly less than it was a little bit ago, but that'll change on a dime. Turn 9. Of course, I immediately draw the Eternal Flame. So here's what happens. Ambush. If Surtur's in the city, he captures the Eternal Flame. If a player controls Surtur's crown, that card enters the city as a villain Surtur and captures the Eternal Flame. So that's what I was trying to avoid. So now... this is what happens, and this never happens in my games, by the way. I usually take care of Surtur before that happens. So luckily, so he gets +4 attack. He's at 10 attack, and if he escapes, each player gets 2 wounds. No KOs because no Heroes of Asgard. Now he's just harder to fight. Great. Perfect. So we do have Corn of the Prey. I can weaken somebody. By the way, your minion's only at 8. If I... it's got to be Tetu, because I can fight him this turn. So I'll play Trooper and Trooper for 2 attack. I'll play Corn of the Prey for 2 attack. And then I have to choose a villain that has no empty city space. The next one gets -1. If I choose Tetu, that'll be a perfect 5. And I can take him out without having to recruit Speedball for myself. So we're going to go ahead and do that with 1 attack towards Tetu here. That is going to be effective 5, and I can, I do the same effect first. So, put it here from the HP that isn't empowering enemies with Wakanda on the bottom of the hero deck, so I got to tuck somebody else. I want to keep Backflip around even though it's pretty common. I want to keep Hunt Down. I think I'm going to tuck a Rage Incarnate, although I might regret that later. Oh, and a Speedball's divided card. Oh, there are divided. When I said there weren't divided cards in this set before, I lied. I forgot about Namorita. So apologies when I said that earlier. This is a pretty good card, though, by the way. Okay, we can check it out. So here it is. Double down Speedball is draw 2 cards and bubble up Namorita. You get +3 attack usable only against villains in the bridge with the Mastermind. Pretty good against Klaw. Although I'm probably going to choose to draw 2 cards most of the time. Unfortunately, I want to take that out of the HQ. Although, yeah, I'll take it on the right-hand side with some of the range stuff, I think. And I didn't play my recruit yet. That's what I was missing. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Speaking of recruit, this is my left-hand side. Do I take Rage Incarnate? I could turn this into a Kraven Hulk 2099 deck. I'm going to need something to go with Kraven, because he's not only going to show up. Backflip is good either way, but I think I want to save it for the Daredevil combo. And I have the ranged Speedball over there to at least reveal the top card of the villain deck and rescue bystanders or KO them. So I think I'm going to go for more attack here. I'm going to take Rage Incarnate here on the left for 3. And another Corn of the Prey has been revealed. Down to 7 here. By the way, I have almost forgotten the fact that we're playing Horror of Horrors. So I'm having a great old time just biding my time and trying to build up my deck, but we could easily play extra cards in the villain deck or something crazy. I forgot, like, what is this game doing again? Oh yeah, horrors. Not a great hand either to start with. No offense to Montex, he's doing his best. Or the giraffes. Turn number 10 gives us, is it gonna be a horror? I feel like it is. Oh, it's the Hell Crown. And who gets the Hell Crown but the World Serpent? Why are they hogging this kind of stuff? You didn't need it. You didn't need that. It's too small for you. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I should have just kept the die there because the tracker's there. So I got a 10 attack villain, a 10 attack villain, and I'm not gonna... I can't even hit these 10 attack enemies. I'm working on it. All right, let's see if I can do something else. So once again, we got Radar Sense that I can't seem to get in the right spot for the camera. 2 attack. Here's my discard pile. Here's my deck. I am still gonna say 0. I should have said 3. What a fail. But I still have 5 attack, which doesn't go anywhere. And you know what? 2 more attack wouldn't have gone anywhere either, so it's fine. It's all fine. 2 recruit gets me nothing here, so it's time for a first sidekick of the game. And that is going to be Throg for some more early recruit. Not going to be upset about that. So 3 in a reshuffle. I would love to see some henchmen show up so I can get some KOing. And honestly, these villainous weapons did serve to prevent escapes, which only matter for the league score because the scheme is just a timer. And I would have loved some more villain deck manipulation in this setup than I got. Didn't really get much. 4, 5, 6. Okay, I got Radar Sense. I'd rather have 2 because at least the first one can check. But it's my fault for not taking a backflip yet. Okay, turn 11 is going to be another Giants. Okay, each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck. Left side is a full discard. Full deck, I mean, for discard. 3 agents get discarded. Other side is going to be Trooper, and a Radar Sense, unfortunately. And turn the World Serpent up to 8 for that Conqueror. I could... Still haven't been able to use Ceaseless Tracker. I've only seen 1 of these. I could dodge it. Chances of me getting something that'll hit the Giants is very low. If I keep it, I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4 recruit, and I can get another Corner of the Prey. And so I'm just going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and take... Although if I hit 5, I could take the divided Speedball and Namorita. But I will still take Corner of the Prey. These add up pretty decently if you have multiples, like I said. And do some cool stuff with it. And that's it. Oh, Blind Justice. Choose a number, then reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is that cost, draw it. Very important card for Daredevil's kit, because that's how you get more cards to work with after you're done looking at the number that's there. Ooh, okay. There's a lot of Kraven in this hand. That's excellent. I can maybe take out one of these 10s, right? That's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and move maybe. Although if I move him, there's not going to be stuff next to him. We'll see. I can move one and target the other, depending on what comes in here. Turn 12, the Fenris Wolf. Okay. So look at what just happened. As if Horror of Horrors was not bad enough, this happens. Streets Conqueror 2 Ambush. The Fenris Wolf moves forward to the rooftops, pushing other villains forward as normal. Yeah. A lot of bad things just happened there. This has literally never happened in any of my games. So we're going to move here for a second. But then we're going to have to push the rooftops, which means Surtur with the crown is going to escape. If Surtur was holding the flame, say Ragnarok has come. That's a jerk move, Klaw. KO each Heroes of Asgard hero from the HQ. There aren't any. And each player gains 2 wounds. Then we do some more things. So 2 wounds for the right-hand side. Hey, I got an enraging wound. Because that was a very enraging move on his part, so that makes sense. Left-hand side gets 2 standard wounds. And we have to KO hero that costs 6 less on the HQ. It's going to be a reckless rescue attempt, even though I already took one. And we have to do an escape. And then we have... Oh, we have the tech card. Then we have a villainous weapon. So I'm pretty sure this villainous weapon goes to Klaw. So goodbye, sir. There's an escape for me. And then we'll move back here. It's been a while since I've had a villainous weapon escape, but I'm pretty sure it goes to the Mastermind because that's what Ronan tries to do. So Klaw is now at even more attack. He's at +4. So yeah, let me see how much attack he is right now. He's at 10, 14, 17, 21, 25. He's lower than he was before, even with the weapon. But now everybody's got to push, so... The World Serpent is at 5, 6, 7, 8. Fenris Wolf has Streets Conqueror 2, so it's at 6. And that was gross and disgusting, and I hated every minute of it. Okay, let's keep going. On the right-hand side, I've got Radar Sense once again, 2 attack. Let's try 0 again. It's going to be... Yep. 0, so I get 2 more attack. And I'm at 5, and I'm at 6. Cool. So I can hit the Fenris Wolf for full attack. So I will. I have nothing else to do. I guess I could hit the Henchmen, but that made more sense to me. And... no power, so 2, 3, 4 recruit. And now I think is the time where I take backflip to get some quick cards into my deck and guarantee that I know what the number is. And another Radar Sense. Have we seen all 5 Radar Senses at this point? I think we might have. New hand. That's a lot of recruit. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And because of the 6, I get 2 attack from Throg. At least 4. Could be a 6 again. By the way, 7 is probably going to go back up to 8 in a moment for the Conqueror. I got a lot of Kraven here. Turn 13 gives us another Giants. Okay. I got a couple spaces I can move them. Left hand discards all the rest of the cards from the top of the deck. And it's 2 Troopers and a Rage Incarnate. Right hand side only has 1. So how does this work again? I have to do them all at once. Yeah, that's how it works. So... it's like the hyperspeed, right? Yeah, it's 1, and then I shuffle, and 2, 3, and then they all get discarded. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. As opposed to something like the Berserk, 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 where you do 1 at a time. And then 2, and then 3. Lost my backflip, unfortunately. All right, moving back over to the left hand's stuff. Here's what I can do. I'm probably not going to start with Hunt Down. So let's say I moved the Giants 2 spaces, I would get +2 attack. What I could do is I could fight these Giants for 3. Or 2 if... well, I can't fight it for 2. Let me just figure this out. Let's say I moved him over. I would have 4 total attack. Then I could play Corn of the Prey and weaken this. I have 6 total attack. Effective 7, if I can use one on here. And another one, effective 10. But I could generate 10 attack and hit the World Serpent with this, right? No, he's at 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. He's at 11. Yeah, I don't think I can hit the Serpent because I can go, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5. Oops, I forgot about this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I forgot about the Trooper. Okay, I can hit the World Serpent this turn, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's do this. Hunt down. I will choose the Giants. I will move them 2 spaces to the left. I get 2 base plus 1 attack for each space I moved it. I'll play my Trooper for another attack. I'll play Corn of the Prey. 2 attack. I will choose the World Serpent. If there are no empty city spaces adjacent to the adversary, it gets -1. So technically I should be doing something like this. I'll just reduce it like this. And then we'll play the second one. Same deal. 2 more attack. And then reduce it by 1. And it's at 9, 6 plus 3, and then I have 9, so we can actually take it out. And I'll get the artifact for the Sewer's Conqueror 1, and each hero in the HQ currently costs 1 less this turn, which doesn't help me, but I do want to take this out while I can. A little late for Surtur, but that's fine. And yeah, they're all cheaper by 1. And I get the Hell Crown in my discard pile. And I've got... Feels like a waste to do that. There was a lot of attack just for that. 2 recruit. This costs 3. Cheapest thing here. Can't afford it. So we're just going to go with another sidekick, and that's going to be Rock Slide, who would be great if I could shatter the Mastermind with him, or Surtur earlier, but I can't. So that's totally fine. And it's a full shuffle, because I discarded the top 3 cards of my deck. And still, only 1 strike has been played. Only the 1 twist has been played. Which is not out of the question for a 2-handed solo game or a 2-player game, but it feels like the calm before the storm, and I don't like it. This could be a good hand, though. We've got Trooper, Kraven, Hulk, Trooper, Agent. Not really a good hand. I really have to thin these decks. Turn 14, another Giants. Each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck. Who gets discarded on the left? 1, 2, 3. All right, great. Fantastic. Right-hand side. 1, 2, 3. Not as great. Still okay. So we're going to have to take a guess on Radar Sense once more. I think my best bet is still to say 0 for the number at the top for the cost, and it was another Radar Sense, so I should have said 4. But I didn't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 recruit. And then once this turn, if I made at least 6 recruit, I get +2 attack. I will do that right now so that I can hit a Giants and I can recruit maybe Massive Gamma Detonation, or maybe I want to leave that in the HQ, but it's probably going to get tucked anyway. Regardless, I think there's more Streets Conqueror, so I'm going to take out the Giants in the Streets, and I can KO a Great Hero from my discard pile. And there are some. I think it's going to be... I'll take out my Shield Agent, this Shield Agent. And yeah, take out the Giants for 3. On the right. Next, I have 6 recruit. Let me look at this card. Massive Gamma Detonation. To play this, you must discard 2 cards or gain a wound, and then Tech Faded Future. Now, probably my better bet here is to lean into what I was doing with Daredevil and take Blind Justice to draw the card if I get the number right, because I can do some combos with Radar Sense. If I miss the attack, I can get the draw. The Divided Speedball card is also very good. It's 1 cheaper. Lets me draw cards. But Blind Justice is 4 attack and card draw. So I think I gotta go with Blind Justice here for 6. Take it while I can. It's a very good card to have, especially if I've already taken a lot of Daredevil. I've got another Divided card. I like how these are pretty versatile. I don't mind cards that'll draw 2. I like them a lot. I get a lot of sidekicks that way. Okay, decent hand. I got Erratic Powers. I have to discard 3 cards and draw a card to play that one. But that'll be useful given the amount of starters I've got. Alright, turn 15 is another Scourge who has Bridge Conqueror 3, of course. So let's keep going. I have Rage Incarnate. Now to Cybermod a wound, I have to have a wound in my discard pile, which the card he hasn't, the card that hasn't appeared that's not his rare. His other common does that, and I haven't seen it. I do get 2 attack base from this, which is really all I need right now. 2 more. Now do I fight? It doesn't matter what I fight, I'm going to KO one of my heroes. So I will fight Scourge, but let me play my 2 agents first so I have something to KO that I played. No Bridge Conqueror, so we're going to fight Scourge for 4. And KO this agent. KOing a lot more agents than troopers here this time. Now with Ceaseless Tracker, once again, I can play or dodge. If I play, I have a total of 3 recruit, and there's nothing I can pick up here. So I'm going to go ahead and dodge him, see what we get. Got Corner of the Prey. Okay. This isn't going to work. He showed up too late. It would have worked earlier. There are empty city spaces next to both enemies, and I don't have any attack left, so that was kind of a waste. Well, with my 2 recruit, let's get a sidekick. And it's Layla Miller, who can investigate for a team. It probably will be Sinister 6. Okay, got the Hell Crown, can get that out there, and then I got 2 Corner of the Prey. I got Rock Slide, so if a powerful enemy comes out, a powerful villain comes out, this will be a good time for it. I'm getting to that point where I'm like, okay, I can see how I'm going to be able to hit the Mastermind, but I am still so far away. Turn 16, another twist. Play a random horror, go back to it. It is fight to the end. This is great, you guys. We've canceled out a tactic, or a horror, because we already do the final blow. That's actually a relief. So we really only have 4 horrors to deal with. I'll read it for those who want to know. After you defeat the Mastermind's 4 tactics, you must still fight the Mastermind a 5th time and to put the Mastermind card in your victory pile and win. This scheme is so unforgiving, I'm not going to draw a new horror. I'm just going to say we got lucky with this one. So you already have to do it. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Lucky us. So, 3 attack, 14, 17, 21, 25, 29. I'm not getting 29 attack this turn, so I guess this is just a city clearing turn. Back to Radar Sense. 2 attack. Let's say 0 again. It is 0. Let's put it back. You have to put it back. You don't have a choice. Just reveal it. I get 2 more attack. It might be my last lucky pull of the game. Erratic powers. You must discard 3 cards and draw a card. I can draw that Trooper. That will give me, I'm at 4, I need 6 attack to hit both things. I won't have it if I just play the Trooper. But I'll have 3, I don't think I can get for 3 recruit anyway. So let's do this. Let's play Erratic Powers by discarding all my cards that don't have attack on them. Actually, no, I can keep Speedball. I can discard the Trooper, draw the last Trooper. And that'll give me a 3 total attack. I have another Trooper. And then I've got Speedball for 2 recruit. Okay, and now I can clear both giants. I can KO 2 things from my discard pile, which will really help with Daredevil. So for 3, let's KO a Trooper this time. Take out the giants. Really setting up for Kraven's move villains around the city. Go into the rooftops. Once again, we're going to hit these guys, and we'll take care of an agent this time. Take them out. And we got a clear city. And 2 recruit. So we're going to get a sidekick. And we have a standard sidekick for 2. Okay, we did some decent deck thinning there. This is my deck. I still have more gray than I would like, but I do have a lot of Daredevil. And I'll get another Radar Sense. A handful of Radar Sense, if I get the first one right, is a lot of attack. That could be a hit on the Mastermind. Especially if we have the other one that draws more cards. I don't think I've built 2 decks that are so mono hero in a long time. This is mostly Kraven, this is mostly Daredevil. Just because they keep showing up. Okay, new hand for turn 18. Okay, sidekick, good start. Trooper, Blind Justice, Trooper, Radar Sense, and Backflip. All right, this is great. I can use Backflip to set up Radar Sense, maybe draw more Radar Sense, and then finally end it on a Blind Justice to draw whatever I recruit with Backflip. I like it. Daredevil's combos coming together. Turn 17 is Zenzi, who's empowered by Instinct and Ambush. Zenzi captures a bystander for each Instinct hero in the HQ. It's just going to be 1 bystander, and it's the double Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. There you go. And that is going to be empowerment of 1 for you. And who's ready to move Zenzi all around the city just for fun? Oh, I can't. I thought I had the other card. I was ready to, but I can't. All right, I'm going to start with the Hell Crown. Once per turn, I get Streets Conqueror 1. So we're going to go ahead and park the Hell Crown right over here. Right there. So once per turn, I get Streets Conqueror 1. I'm going to get Streets Conqueror 1 right now. There we go. We'll play Corner of the Prey, which won't activate on Zenzi, so that's going to be 2 attack for each Corner of the Prey I play. So if I want to fight Zenzi this turn, I'm going to have to use Shatter. I already had some big villainous weapons. I don't think it's worth holding on to Rock Slide, so I should do that. Oh, I'm sorry. I misread it as Sewers Conqueror. All the more reason why I'm going to Shatter right now. Just so I can press this button too. Let's go ahead and Shatter Zenzi. Reducing her attack down to 3. And that'll give me enough to take care of her. Okay. Goodbye for 3. And we got a double H to the shield. Play a copy of one of your shield heroes or Hydra allies. So, let's say I play the agent first because I didn't reveal anything. I get total of 3 recruit. Useful. I have a very expensive HQ. So I think I really enjoyed thinning my deck. Yeah, he was out of there fast. I think I gotta get an officer. Kraven doesn't give any recruit, so I'm low on that. I'm gonna take whoever this is, and hopefully it's a special officer, and it's not. But it is an officer all the same. Yeah, how did this issue get so expensive? All right, wow, okay. This is a move a villain around the city and then rest turn, if I've ever seen one. And I bought myself some time to do that, maybe, with the city control that I've been managing. Turn 18 on this cool Daredevil turn is the private investigator bystander who can investigate is going right to Klaw. Unfortunately, for Klaw. Unfortunately for the investigator, Klaw's probably cool with it. You got too many stuff stacked, I can't even see your bystander, so there we go. There's a lot of stuff going on in this little corner. So, first I should probably play Backflip. The next hero I recruit this turn goes on top of my deck. Then, I can't recruit anything except for a sidekick, and if I do, I'll know what the cost is. I could draw first, because Blind Justice is going to draw whatever I recruit. Let's see if I can get more recruits so I can wall crawl something better. And then we'll go over the top of the deck. Play with sidekick. Draw 2. 1 wound. 2 trooper. Nope. So it looks like I got it if I want the sure thing. Although as far as attack goes, once again, 14, 17, 21, 25, 29. I'm not going to get enough attack to do anything. This turn anyway. So let me actually start tracking the attack on our friend up there. Oh, did I count the +4? I did count the +4. So it's going to be actually 25 minus the weapon. So we'll just do that. We'll keep that up as a reminder. This is a really cool turn for a lot of attack that I'm not going to be able to do anything with. So, do I rest? Maybe I just rest this wound away. Otherwise, it's a waste. I think I'm going to rest this awesome Daredevil turn away. I will wall crawl a sidekick. I do get to see what it is. So we'll spend the 2 recruit, and we'll recruit a sidekick to the top of my deck. And it's Ms. Lion who will draw a card. I'd rather save Ms. Lion for next turn though, so I think. Oh, I forgot about that. You know what? That's fine. I'd rather wall crawl the sidekick for sure than rest the single wound away. I'm gonna want to rest later. Either way, I'm sad that I couldn't do anything else really with this turn, so. I'm good with that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. I'm happy to draw a card on this in this hand. Now this is a rest turn though. Turn 19. Another Giants. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Over here, I just slid it out of the way because I didn't want it to look like the right-hand side had it in play. I'm just going to shift it over. Might be the only artifact I get. Okay, top 3 cards of the deck. Left-hand side discards the Draft Patrol and a reshuffle. So other discard is... Oh, we lost Useless Tracker. Right-hand side is going to discard Agent, Wound, and Radar Sense. Okay, well... just for fun, I could do this. I'm pretty sure there might be a Bridge Conqueror reason I don't want to do that. What's the least likely space to have Conqueror? I could look it up, but what's the fun in that? I think the sewers. Honestly, I should probably just leave it there, but that's no fun. I'll move it 1 space to the bank for no good reason. And I could move it to the streets to get Streets Conquer for myself. I got all the Bridge Conquer from Villain deck already. Okay. Then there you go. You can enjoy the bridge. And this is why Kraven is great. This gave me 2 attack and 3, 4, 5, 6 attack. And 7, 8. However, I'm not going to do anything but rest the wounds away. Because I'd be a fool to not do that right now. Worth it though. Part of the deck thinning process. I've cleared the city too well for Kraven, I think. Turn 20. Oh, that's bad. Actually, it could be worse. So our third horror, if you saw the preview, is... I don't think you can stop moving with Kraven. It's any number of spaces, right? Oh, yes, you're right. It's as many spaces as you can. Thank you for that catch. Anyway. Put this into your discard pile. If this is in your hand at the start of your turn, the player on your left gains this card, then each player discards a card. Unfortunately, the Giants KO a gray hero, not a card. I don't recall if there's anything else in this setup that can KO a card. This one's fun to KO. Still not one of the harder horrors that are out there. Unfortunately, it's just really annoying. If I can discard it during my turn, or at the end of my turn, I won't be able to, but... If there's a KO a card somewhere, I can do that, but I don't know if there is. Anyway, this goes into my... I'm going to apply the wound effect for this. It's going to go into my discard pile. But again, as far as horrors go, I've gotten 3 pretty okay ones. Let's see if this lion was a good pull here. So rescue a bystander, worth the wound. Undercover agent. When you rescue this bystander, a player of your choice gains a shield officer. I'm going to give that officer once again to the left. Try the luck again, and it's going to be Dum Dum Dugan. Better luck. Logan's common KO's card. Okay, that would be a good one to get. And I draw a card. It's an agent. This lion goes away. And what do I have left? I have no deck left. I have 3 recruit. My buttons are sliding away from me. I got Speedball for 2 more recruit. Now, with my 5 recruit, I think I'm going to take one of these divided. I don't have a deck, and I'd rather these cards end up in my shuffle. If I didn't, I just might be able to hit a henchman, which isn't a big deal. So I'm going to avoid playing Radar Sense or taking that back into Erratic Powers. I'm going to spend my 5. Hunt Down is a decent card to get on either side, though. However, I also do want these divideds, too. I could trigger the ranged if I want to, but also get these dual classes out of there for when he is going to steal one, I'm sure, from the HQ or something. And again, +3 against the Mastermind is fine. Draw 2 cards is pretty okay. So let's take one of these divideds. Can help me shift things around if I'm having trouble with Daredevil. And then Rage Out. Cross-dimensional Wolverine Rampage for each other player who gained a wound this way, you get +1 attack. This works decently with with Hulk 2099, but I don't have his common that sends him undercover. So without that, I don't really want it on the other side. Yeah, so that's a shuffle. Let's see. Okay. Psychic Infection is starting in my hand right away. But I have to wait until the next turn, so maybe something will come along that'll let me discard it while it's the other player's turn. Who knows? Who knows anymore? Turn 21. Another Giants. That would help with the horror if it was in the right place. Top 3 cards of the deck on the left. Hulk, Maria, Trooper. Discarded. Other side. Discards. Agent. And the new divided card I just got. Great. Cool. I guess I'm just going to take more henchmen. Let's start with Layla. Let's investigate for Sinister 6. I think that's what I want to do. Let me just double check. Maybe I've taken them all already, but I think they still have some. So I'm going to say Sinister 6, investigate for those 2. And no, they're both agents. Should have said shield, and I tuck it to the bottom. Get the 1 attack. I do have the Hell Crown here. Streets Conqueror, nobody's in the streets. Nobody's there. And nobody has, nobody's surrounded, so 2 attack, 4 attack. Okay, and 1, 2, 3 recruit. So with my 5 attack, I can hit 1 giant. And I think I'm going to go ahead and hit the ones in the bridge. 2, once again, KO a gray hero from my discard pile. I've gotten a lot of recruit. I've got a couple officers. So we're going to take out a agent. And hopefully this deck thinning is going to work out for me. Eventually. Not like I have a lot of time. What an expensive HQ. I took 2 officers already. I'm not going to take a 3rd. Let's get a sidekick. And it's Skids, who gives me more recruit and cancels wounds, which is actually great because there's more wounds coming with those Master Strikes. I need even more deck thinning. I think there's more. I think some of the villains still left have some KO one of your heroes, even though I've taken out both Scourge cards. 5, 6. Here we go. Okay. On the right-hand side. Oh. Psychic Infection time. Okay, this is in your hand at the start of your turn. The player on your left gains this card. Okay. I'll play the effect again. Then each player discards a card. Easy. Discard the wound here on the right. Left-hand side, though. Probably the Trooper. Okay. Didn't like that. Turn 22. Oh, gotta go back to the villain deck. Turn 22 is Chikara. Again, yep. KO one of your heroes empowered by strength. I have 1 strength card. That's not bad. It's only 5 attack. Do some more deck thinning. And let's take some guesses on the top card of my deck. It still makes sense for me to say 0, so I'm going to do it again. Top card on my deck is, yep, a Trooper, so I get 2 more attack. And that's a 5th attack. Now I can choose to guess the right number or the wrong number. I'd rather draw this now to get better cards later, so I will say 0. Choose a number, then reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is that cost, draw it. So I do end up getting to draw the Shield Trooper for another attack. So I'm at 9 attack. I can clear the city and KO 2 heroes from my 1 from the discard pile and 1 from in play. So let's check out Chikara first, making the Daredevil deck better. Fight KO one of your heroes. It's going to be one of the Shield Troopers. Then we will look at the Giants here in the bank for 3. We're going to KO a gray hero from my discard pile. It's going to be one of these agents from my discard pile. Really getting my money's worth on this deck thinning. Alright. So with that, all I have left is Speedball for 2 recruit. Once again, a sidekick is what I'm going to take. And it's Red Wing in my discard pile. A lot of setup for... There's a chance on a Master Strike that Klaw's just really going to open himself up to be hit. If he takes specifically a tech card from the HQ, or from the hero deck. Alright, that's a lot of Daredevil. Also with the setup card. We are on to turn 23. For all this recruiting I'm not doing, I wish I had more Old Man Logan. Turn 23 is... That's bad. Oh, that's fun, though. Check it out. I never get to use this one. Okay, check in with this. This is twist 4 out of 6. And then here's the twist we got. It is Shadow of the Disciple. This horror ascends to become a new 9-attack Master Plan token Mastermind worth 5 VP. It gains the ability of Master Strike. Each player reveals a tech hero or gains a wound. So, not the best because there's not a lot of tech in this setup at all. Still not one of the worst horrors I could have gotten. I just have to hit it for a 9 attack. I've been generating 9 attack often. Can't do it this turn. The other bad news is I've only played 1 strike, but still, could have been a lot worse. But let's ascend this into the Mastermind, and it's fun because I never get to use this token. So here it is. We'll put it down here next to the scheme. Actually, we'll do it here so you can see what it is. Master Plan. Look at them scheming there. Master Strike. Each player reveals a tech hero or gains a win. I also have skids. I feel like I'm looking out on these horrors, and therefore so are you. The last one could be really bad, but I'm playing it last, so we'll see. I am stacked up over here with things. So I can't even do Kraven's effect because there are no villains, which is what adversary means. So this is a do-nothing turn with attack. I can't get 9. So let's just recruit. Again, I'm short on recruit to get the HQ, get anything from the HQ. I'm gonna twist out to the scheme, I guess. Which is gonna be sad. Because I feel like I'm building up so much momentum. I really don't want to take another officer. I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna get a sidekick. And it's Prodigy, who might be able to get me enough recruit to get what I need. Feels like a waste of a turn, though. Which Mastermind gets 3 attack from another horror? Yes, so in this case, they both do, so it's actually at 12. So I think the rule is, if something has a player make a choice with the something, and there's multiple, the player chooses. But for a global effect, it's all of them, so it's actually at 12. Good point. Still a lot less than Klaw. Okay, I got skids on top of the deck. I gotta remember that for if wounds are passed out. I'm probably gonna pull all the Master Strikes right now. Oh, this is the one. This is the one I was worried about. We're fighting Onslaught now, folks, and that's what you're here for. Each player's hand size is 1 less. I prefer this happen now than earlier in the game. I still think I can do a good job, but that's bad. Some of you lucky folks are going to get this as Twist 1, so enjoy that. It is now an Onslaught game, and I'm going to put that here. Cool. So every time I draw a new hand at the end of the turn, I only draw 5 instead of 6 cards now. That is the last one. Whatever twist 6, whatever horror 6 is in there, it's not going to apply to your games. Because that'll mean the end of the game. Gross, very gross. I hate that. To recruit. When you play backflip, the next hero you recruit this turn goes on top of your deck. I think that single horror just there has lowered the fun level, which wasn't going to be very high in the first place. Surprise Onslaught game. Okay, 1 more recruit. Do I guess I have nothing to draw, so I probably should, yeah, most people haven't beaten him. I think, I did defeat him in the last league, but I think I cheated because I think it was something, I didn't cheat, but you know what I mean? It was, I think it was, the Noir scheme where you put the tactics in the villain deck or something. I forget exactly how it worked with how I fought him, but voted the toughest Mastermind of the game. Tougher than Dark Phoenix, and I see why. So my max attack is 4, 8, 9, or 11 actually if I don't play these. Which isn't going to do anything, so I don't even need to go for attack. It's literally just 3 recruit and a wall crawl. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to play Erratic Powers to discard all my 3 attack cards and draw a new card. It's an agent. Okay, that worked. Now I'm at 4. Exactly, and it worked out. I do have 3 attack I can't use. So we're going to take another Radar Sense for 4 and finally move something out of the HQ. We got another backflip appearing. And a full shuffle. Let's see if I can hit the Mastermind at least once. I only get 5 cards for the rest of the game per starting hand, and that really hurts, especially when one of them was a wound. Oh, thank you. Yes, so there we go. That would have been my draw 2, and then a shuffle. 3, 4, 5. Good cards, small hand. Now, I could end the game right here if I pull the last horror, which is the last twist, really, and it is not. It's another Giants of Jotunheim. Each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck. Left hand, 1, 2, 3. Some good cards. Goodbye. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Wow, 3 Daredevils gone. This setup is not easy. Well, check it out. I got, if I want to play all my stuff, I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 recruit, which is great. I'd rather not lose Skids, but I'm going to have to play her if I want to get a 6-cost card out of there. But I think I might just take Hunt down instead. So I'm going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 attack. I'm not going to send it undercover. We're going to take another Hunt down. A lot of attack potential here for 5 Kraven. And then another massive... I should have left it there. Klaw could have got this one. Shoot, that was my bad. I didn't know what was going to happen. And I'm going to hold off on Skids and the Trooper. I have the Speed's Conqueror, but that's not going to do anything for me. And now I get to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Hunt down. I can move the villains back and forth. If I have an empty city with just 1 villain and I play multiple Hunt downs, that's some great attack. And if I play all 6 twists before I play a second Master Strike, now that's a shuffle. Turn 26, Nightshade. Empowered by Tech. Fight, you get +1 recruit for each Tech hero in the HQ. There's only 3 Tech heroes in the entire setup, and 2 of them are in the HQ. So, 5 attack. Let's get a little more VP, I suppose. Once again, backflip, 2 recruit. Let's make a guess. I just discarded 3 Daredevils, so I think saying 0 is prudent here. I could recruit. Actually, hold on. I have an agent. So let me back up. I'm going to recruit backflip at the top of my deck. Just so it's a sure thing. Okay. Now each radar sense will guarantee a 4 attack, so I reveal backflip both sides, both times. I went 4 there, and 4 from the other radar sense. Alright, so I have 8 attack. I can clear both enemies. I think I'm going to do that. Yep. And I will get some extra recruit from that, so I get 2 more recruit. I could take Kraven. But I'll do more. Do I have any KO? I don't have any KO to do for the Giants, unfortunately. I don't have any great heroes left in my discard pile. So, I guess I could take all that back if I wanted. I didn't reveal anything because I just revealed backflip, which I put there on purpose. So yeah, there is that other option where I maximize my recruit. Because right now, although clearing the city is still pretty good, let's waste that KO from the Giants. Maybe I should do that anyway, because Hunt down will be more effective. Depending on how a Master Strike lands, it might let me hit the Mastermind. Okay, I'm going to go with this current plan. I did reveal Kraven, so I couldn't take it back anyway, but I decided I don't want to do it. This is better to clear the city right now. Okay, we'll take out Nightshade for 5. Oops. And that was going to give me 2 recruit. That I don't really need right now. And then for the last 3, we will fight the Giants without KOing anything from my discard pile. And I do have 2 recruit. Like I said, I could take Kraven. so I will. Worst case scenario, I can just dodge them, and I want to move the HQ along, so... I already played backflip to put a backflip on top, so this goes to my discard pile. And another backflip has appeared. Not really doing a lot of anything. I keep thinning the deck, and I just keep getting cards that I don't want. Turn 27. Off is Jim Paxton. Are you going to go add to the stack of stuff over here? Sure are. All right. Another bystander. I'm going to shift everything down a little. We're not really looking at the scheme anyway. And then we'll pop this up over there. I drew too many cards, I just realized. I forget what I drew last. I think it was backflip. And then left-hand side is going to... I should have left an enemy for hunt down. I assumed that it was going to be a bystander. So now, this doesn't do anything. Okay, well, I can go 1, 2. Hey, look at this. I have hunt down and support of the prey, and I'm not. And this has changed, by the way. That's why it changes so often. So 14, 17, 21, 25. Oh, it's actually the same. Actually, 21 minus the weapon. Even if I left an enemy, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That wouldn't be anywhere close. I could play skids to get... Yeah, I think I'm going to have to play skids, because I'm just going to lose to the scheme before the wound's going to take me out. So, let's play skids for 3. I have enough cards in my deck, she's not going to show up at the right time, I'm pretty sure. And the officer gives me 5 total, and I'm going to use that to get the divided card out of there. There's Last Survivor. You may KO a card from your hand or discard. Probably if you do KO a wound this way, draw a card. A little late for that. I think the shuffle would make a big difference. However, oh, Psychic Infection in hand. That's one of the 5 cards I have. I mean, I'm trying. I got a lot of them, but my hand is already nerfed. Turn 28. Okay, here we go. Master Strike time. So, just as I got rid of skids, but she wouldn't have been in my hand anyway. Alright, he's all covered up. So, 1 Mastermind. New Sonic Frequency. It's Strength. This frequency does not share it, and any other frequency does not share a color with Strength on the bottom of the hero deck. Let's see how many strengths show up. 3. Speedball's rare. This is actually pretty good. I can cancel both Master Strikes at once if I had it. Each player gains a wound. Klaw's only empowered one time, quadruple now. Okay, so wounds go out, standard wounds go out. And then we jump down to the master plan. Each player reveals a tech hero or gains a wound. I reveal Prodigy on the left. I actually avoided that. Right-hand side does gain a wound, though. And it's going to be a standard. Beginning of the end, folks. I don't like how this is going. Yeah. And not a lot I can do with this hand either. So, that's that. Recalculating his attack. 13 from... And then 17... He's at only 21 right now. That's cool. I don't like this. That +4 weapon is really hurting me. Okay, so I can do a discard just to try to get some more recruit. But what I probably want to do is play 1, 2, 3, 4 and look at bounce around. 2 plus attack and covert. If there's any bystanders in the city or KO pile, I get +2 attack. There aren't, but I'm so close to having one there. This and Daredevil will actually be a nice combo, but I need to trigger Reckless Rescue Attempt once to make that happen. Or let somebody escape with a bystander, which is probably not going to happen, but I'm going to take it anyway. What do I have left to lose? There's Loner. I have, so Loner, Reckless Rescue Attempt, and Daredevil's card are all cards that are 2 that give you +2. Which get taken together give you a lot of attack per hand if you can get a lot of them and make them all work. For Loner, all you gotta do is not recruit any heroes. For Daredevil, you gotta get the number right. And for Speedball, you just gotta have bystanders in the KO pile. So you could get to a place where they're all consistently doing that. But I'm not there. And they're just showing up now. Okay. Oh, it shouldn't have shuffled yet. I shuffled to draw a new one. So let me make sure I have a discard pile, not a deck. Okay. Moving over. So I start my turn with Psychic Infection in hand. So it goes to the other side. And each player discards a card. Gross. I finally get Ceaseless Tracker's Recruit. I'll discard Rage Incarnate because I'm not going to get the attack I need. And then over here, discarding a card when you only have 5 really hurts, so I'll get rid of the Trooper. Turn 29, Nightshade. Once again, empowered by tech, +1 recruit for each tech hero in the HQ, and your Mastermind tucked them away, so you get nothing. Let's do Hunt Down. So I'm going to get 2 attack and move Nightshade as far as you can go, because that's what I have to do. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4 attack for each space that was moved. I can do it again. I can move her back to the sewers. It's not going to give me the attack I need, though. I could play Ceaseless Tracker and then copy Ceaseless Tracker for 6 total recruit. And I can fight Nightshade. Oh, if I only had 1 tech, I could get Speedball. But I'm not going to be able to do that. Oh, they're all misaligned. I could get 6 recruit, though. I don't need 6. Loner would be a decent card to have over here. But I need 5 for that, and I'd have to waste Prodigy on that. I think it might be worth it still. So I'm going to go ahead and play Ceaseless Tracker to get 3 total recruit. I could dodge, but no. And then I'll play Prodigy. This Mastermind is actually at 12 because of the Tyrant Mastermind horror. Otherwise, I would be able to hit it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I would be able to hit it if I sent her back over that way. That's a good point. I was assuming I wouldn't hit 12, but I guess I would. That's a better idea. More VP for me, if nothing else. So yeah, hold on. First of all, I forget why I only have 3 cards. I discarded 1, I sent 1 over, and I only had 5 cards to start with. Oh, that's why. Okay, so let me back up. I played Hunt Down for 6 attack. I'll play Prodigy. Let me get rid of that 3 recruit. I'll play Prodigy as a copy of Hunt Down. Yeah, which means I get to get 2 more attack, choose a villain in a direction, move her again. 2, 3, 4. That's 4 more. And that is 12 total attack. Great call on that. I don't know how to say her name. It looks like Pi and then start a Pi and then Ab. I'm just going to say Pi Ab. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and hit Master Plan for 12 and just get 5 VP from that. Next, I could play Ceaseless Tracker for 3 recruit, or I could dodge it to try to get something better out of there. But I'll just play it for now for 3 total recruit. Not going to do better. And we'll use it to get another one to move things around again. Take something with dodge is not too bad, plus 4 recruit if I need it. Another Loner appeared. I'm on borrowed time now. I've already played 5 twists / horrors. There could be another one. Pi. Okay, I'll call you Pi. Turn 30. Is this the end? It is not. It's just a Master Strike. Luckily, we got rid of one. Okay. So hard to read. Thank you. I guess it was a Trooper that I drew last. Okay. So, let's see what the new Sonic frequency is. It is going to be the exact same card. I'm going to cheat and put this same one on the bottom because it doesn't really make a difference. And I lose out on Speedball's rare and everything else. 1. Ooh, shiny. 2, 3, 4. The Man Without Fear could win me the game if I have time to get it. but I probably won't. Unfortunately. We gotta finish the strike effect, though. Each player gains a wound. So let's do that. Got Shell Shock on the left. Corrosive Webbing on the right. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna have that time. Okay. I have Backflip to load up a wall crawl effectively. I have Red Wing, which could draw what I backflipped. But I think I want to do this now. If I can draw enough cards to recruit and wall crawl the Man Without Fear, that would be great. I don't know if I can do that. I'm going to try. It's going to be a full reshuffle for this. I'll do it. I only get to draw 1, and then I can use Speedball to draw 2 more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this off, but we'll try. Okay, top 3 cards of my deck. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. Good news. Psychic Infection is drawn, and a wound in Blind Justice. So I should draw Blind Justice. These aren't going to help me. I'll put Psychic Infection on top. I'm going to play Blind Justice to draw the Psychic Infection. I'll choose 0. Top card of the deck is... I want to make sure I don't want to recruit first. Yeah, the Psychic Infection, which doesn't cost anything, so I draw it. Then I have to play Double Down, because if I play Bubble Up, +3 towards the Bridge of the Mastermind does nothing for me right now. So let's play Double Down to draw 2 cards. The first one's going to be a wound. And the second one is going to be something else. Nope, it's still a wound. And I have not recruited yet, I believe. So I can still rest. Too bad I can't rest the Psychic Infection away. I do have 5th attack. So I could fight Nightshade and get +1 attack for each tech in the HQ, which aren't any. But I think I end my turn. And I'm pretty sure I didn't recruit earlier. Yep, it's got 2, 4, and 5. So let's just get rid of these wounds. And not have to deal with the infection at the start of my turn. New hand of 5. Oh, gross. Yeah, I feel like Hulk 2099 is a real important piece of this setup with all the wounds, but I have not seen this card once. Oh no, I did see it once, but they got stolen twice. Didn't see it in the HQ once. Turn 31 is this. So here we go. That is twist number 6. And on twist 6, evil wins. So that means, by the transitive property, evil wins. Gross. Now, I tell you what. I will tell you what. I'm going to try this once more. A little faster this time, now that we know what's going on. I feel like if I literally just had one of these push paint onto the surface, I would have had a much better chance. Look at this. You may send a wound from your hand or discard a pile undercover, and then strength, you may send a hero from your hand or discard a pile undercover instead. Thins the deck, gets rid of those wounds, gives you recruit, and Klaw stole them twice. I'm going to give this another shot. Let me just verbally log my results in case my second game is worse when I submit. In case you're watching, my streamer privilege is that I do get to play this twice. Everybody else gets only 1 attempt. But I will take that attempt to try and eliminate this Mastermind, this game from the league. But anyway, boy, that was rough. Yeah, the Man Without Fear could be a really good card for this setup. We know what our horrors are, though. I will have to use twist because I only defined 5 horrors. Yes, for the second one, I'm going to have to do that. But it's okay. It was more fun to do it this way. So our 5 horrors for this setup are Fight to the End, which doesn't do anything. Empire of Oppression, which is the worst one, makes you fight Onslaught. Tyrant Mastermind, which gives them +3 attack. We have the Psychic Infection, which hurts your hand a little bit more. And then the last one. Where did it go? I lost it. That is the, what was the last one? It was the enemy, that's right. It was the, Master Plan. The Shadow of the Disciple. All things considered, not the worst horrors we could have selected. The worst one here by far is Empire of Oppression. But if you get it later in the game like I did, it's going to affect you less. But if you get it early in the game, that's going to really swing how hard this is going to be. And I ended up with how much VP? Just so I can, again, verbally do this in case I do worse. So left hand had 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 13, 14. Right hand side had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 11, 13, 16, 19, 20. That's not a lot. That's not very good. 34 VP is not very... oh, and this. So 5 more from the Mastermind. Not great. I have to do better my second attempt, right? Also 1 escape. Surtur escape. That was really bad luck. Okay, I'm going to take a moment to reset and try this once more. Hopefully have a better HQ shuffle. Like I said at the very beginning of this stream, the HQ shuffle, the starting HQ is sometimes everything. I think we pulled both bystanders out of there, so yeah. Reverend Chibi didn't even show up, and he can become an extra horror. Or no, he can't become an extra horror. He can become an early horror or end the game early. But yes, we do have to use the twist now because we only have 5 horrors. And those will go off to the side. Anybody try playing this yet? Since we know what the horrors... I guess start your game just now since you know what the horrors are. I'm going to put the same 2 bystanders back in because they just went to the Mastermind. And that's fine. Yeah, this one is really up to the shuffle in all directions. Speedball didn't really do anything for me at all. Hopefully I can get Hulk a little earlier. I keep wanting to say Weapon H because they came out in consecutive sets. I'll get some new sidekicks, new bystanders. Maybe that'll change things up. I don't know. All right, opinions. Do you think second edition releases A, before the end of this month, B, in June, or C, after June? Stake your claim on it now. We'll see if you're right. A, this month, May. B, June. C, after June. They predicted, they posed May or June. We're getting a lot of previews right now. And the release announcement usually comes right before it actually releases now, so... I have my opinion on it, but I want to know what you think. We got 1 for C, after June. That's a solid bet. Things don't always release in the window that they're shooting for. We know this. Oh, and I almost forgot the Hell Crown that did absolutely nothing for me. Yeah, so the plot thickens would have been an okay. Would have been not great because it's a 6-twist timer scheme, but I think Empire of Oppression is still worse. But the others are all better. Okay. Starting on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 2 more. Right hand side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, those are done. Here's the hero deck. Got a Speedball over here. What do you think? Any chance I win this on the second attempt? I think this is one of those setups that if I'm going to win, I'm going to have to get a rare. That'll help me win this. I think my viewer count is wrong down here. Because what I'm seeing is that there's that many viewers on both Twitch and YouTube. So I'm wondering why? Why you got to do that to me? Thank you. I'll do my best. Or maybe YouTube is having issues. Thank you for watching wherever you're watching. I appreciate it. Our villain deck gets shuffled back up. Oh, and Surtur too. Can't forget him. He's part of this. Who wants to do the math? How many, Well, I know how many weeks it's gonna be. There's 44 more weeks until randomizer number 200. What week will that be? It'll be next year. What month? I'm curious. When, assuming I don't skip any weeks, which I might have to. But assuming I don't. Oh, really? Okay. I don't know a lot about Forza. Isn't that like a racing game? Drive fast. With really pretty graphics. I'm correct. If I'm correct, that's all I know about it. Okay, one more shuffle here. Let's reset all the things. We gotta move over here. Reset. I've been playing Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. I'm a big fan of those, you know, Vampire Survivor type, bullet hell type games, and I think too many of them copied the like magic and monsters style. So having one that is Deep Rock Galactic style with alien bugs in outer space with dwarves is very fun. So I haven't played a lot this week, but I like how simplistic the controls are, but how fun and random the roguelike elements are. Yeah, good attitude on that. Let's see, what time is it here? Oh, okay, we've been streaming for only a couple hours. Feels like it went a bit longer with the way this game went. Okay. Let me take a drink of water and give this one more try. I could be out a lot faster. But who knows? I'm going to take a second to breathe and figure out why. Yeah, it's in here. Okay, why is my counter... Okay, let's see if I can adjust it. Okay. Maybe that is accurate, it's just not doing it right. Whatever. Okay, here we go. Game number 2. Let me get my starting hand, starting HQ, and maybe we'll have a shot at Epic Klaw. Okay, I keep doing it. I got another 3 and 3 on the left-hand side. Watch, this is going to be a 4 and 2. It is. This is really starting to weird me out. It keeps happening. Again, not that I'm complaining. I love a 3 and 3 hand, but it's just a little weird. So, our starting HQ. Give me some of those hulks that don't go away. By the way it's going to work for these horrors... Since... I want to know what you think we should do. It's supposed to be a random horror, but we are already picking 5. Should I have everybody draw them in the same order? Or should it be random? If we do the same order, then at least it would be... The setup's going to be a bit more favorable because Empire of Oppression will be last. I think everybody will have a better time with it. It goes a little bit against the theme of the scheme, but picking the horrors already does. So I'm actually leaning towards doing it in the same order, although the thing is you know what's going to happen. Anybody have any opinions on that? This is going to really hurt. So if somebody who gets Empire Repression early it's really you're gonna have a worse game, and you're probably not gonna have a very good time rather than at the end. All right. Montax, do you plan on playing this setup? I know Avatar said he's not. So do you plan on playing this? Just curious, since you said random. But we'll wait until the twists come up. I think I remember what the order was, just in case. It was Empire and Shadow, Psychic, right? Or no, it was like this. These two were definitely the first. Empire was definitely the last. I don't remember the order of these two. I think it was like this. Psychic Infection was second to last. Or no. Maybe like this. I don't recall. If we're not doing a completely different horror, they should be in the same order. That's kind of what I was thinking. So, and I think everybody will have a better time with this if Empire Repression is last. So my gut says to do it in the same order. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I will stick to the order that I pulled them initially. So it'll be a random order. It'll be a random order. I didn't select the order. So Disciple third, Infection fourth. Okay, thank you. I couldn't remember. Okay, we'll keep them in order. With it still being random. All right. With that decided, thank you very much. Let's fill out our HQ. We're starting with... There it is. Push pan under the surface. That's the card I needed. Bounce around. Okay. Massive Gamma Detonation. Blind Justice. And Backflip. Lean's a little expensive, but I'm very happy to see Push Pain, and I can try to make that happen right away. Especially because I have 4 and 2 on the right-hand side. Although left-hand side is going to have 5. No Kraven to be seen. He's done. He's done with me. He's upset that I lost the first time. All right. Epic Claw's Horror of Horrors, take 2. Let's begin. Turn number 1 gives us Zenzi, who's empowered by Instinct Ambush. Zenzi captures a bystander. For each Instinct hero in the HQ, you get nothing. I'm going to do this game a little faster than the first one. So if you're watching this and you need me to slow down, let me know. If I miss something, let me know as usual, but if it's just going fast in general, let me know. Okay, 3 attack. Not going to go anywhere. Kind of a waste of a 3 and 3 hand, but that's okay. So I think the only thing I can take is Daredevil's Backflip. So I'm going to take it and maybe try to make the left-hand side the Daredevil side. Again, if I can get Speedball, Daredevil, and Kraven, I think I said, in one deck, getting all that big attack that's guaranteed later on. Or Hulk, actually. That'll help. But let's start with Backflip. Get some early recruit. And there's the Divided. Okay. Moving over. Turn 2 is Jakara. A lot of the enemies of Wakanda showing up early here. And empowered by Strength. That's going to go ahead and give Jakara 1 attack. Oh, hey, Sharpies, thank you for the sub. Finally catching a live stream instead of starting the VOD at work. Yeah, that can be rough. I know I don't start at the best time for everybody, but this is the best time for most people. Glad you could catch it. Thanks for 2 months of subs, by the way, with the Prime. I am starting my 2nd attempt. This is a very tough setup, but you caught it at just the beginning. I barely did anything. Okay, so here's my 4 and 2. And this is going to have to be my Hulk 2099 deck. I hope more of these appear. Once again, let me read this because it's a very good card for what I'm trying to do. To recruit, you may send a wound from your hand or a discard pile under cover. I will get a lot of wounds. More VP, more powering up with other cards, and then strength, you may send a hero from your hand or discard pile under cover instead. Can thin the deck. If I can get this with enough attack, I can maybe hit the Mastermind. So this is mine. Very happy about that. And we'll try to make it work. Hopefully more of those show up. And getting some Instinct is not too bad. Last Survivor can also KO some stuff. This can KO that horror that I'm going to be dealing with. And that reduces Jakara down to nothing. Or 4. No bonus. Rather get the enemies of Wakanda first than the Dark Council. The Omens of Ragnarok, not the Dark Council, the other one. Turn 3 is another Giants, who kind of did mess me up this entire last game. Each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck, so on turn 3, these guys are rough because Actually, they're better if you can keep the cards you recruited, but sometimes they discard it. So left-hand side discards Agent, Trooper, Agent. All right, so my recruited card, my Daredevil, is in there. Other side is going to be 1, 2. Oof! You made me discard Hulk. I just dropped. I dropped Hulk on the ground. Hold on. You won't like Hulk when he's falling on the floor. Well, this is my 5 recruit hand that I anticipated. And let me figure out what options I want to take. Probably divided. Draw 2 cards is good. Future Hulk down. I've also got Bounce Around, which is that guaranteed 4 with the trigger if I have already KO'd bystanders or let him escape. But yeah, I'm going to go with the utility, clearing the bridge or hitting the Mastermind. But mostly just to draw 2 cards from Speedball, honestly, on the left. And then Ceaseless Tracker. Okay. If I get a lot of draw and dodge cards, I'll be okay with that. Okay, there's Backflip, and now I have to reshuffle. Wait a second. I already shuffled. Oh no, I have to shuffle again because... Wait, what did I do? It's turn 3. I discarded the top 3 cards of my deck, so I turn my deck into a discard pile. And... Yes, I only... And, I turn my discard pile into a deck, and then I discarded 3 cards. This is always so confusing for me. Okay, I think I got it. Nope, that shouldn't be there. The horrors broke me. Okay, we're good. Ignore me. Turn 4 is Jakara. Jakara's empowered by strength. Another one. Doesn't get empowered by anything. So I got a 4 and 2 again. And I'm going to get... Okay, I have Hulk in my discard pile, because the scheme discarded him. I have options. I got Speedball. I've also got Ceaseless Tracker. But Last Survivor, I think, is what I'm going to take, because I want to KO more cards quickly. So we're going to go with that, and hopefully we can get some Instinct to work with that. And yeah, still nothing to hit, unfortunately. Turn 4 is ending. And I might have an escape. City's getting kind of out of control. Sensi has powered up by Kraven. I shouldn't forget that. Turn 5 is Surtur again. And if I fight him, he goes to the discard pile as the Surtur's Crown artifact. And if the flame comes in, it's going to power him up. And I don't want that to happen. At least I do have 3 attack this turn. 1, 2, 3. I've got Backflip once again. Whenever I play Backflip, the next hero I recruit this turn goes on top of my deck. Total of 4 recruit. And I can fight something, but again, I lose out on the KO because there's nothing in my discard pile anymore. No, wait. Should there be something in my discard pile? Yeah, that early discard threw me off. But I'll err on the side of disadvantage to me, so I'm just going to fight the Giants. And I don't KO anything. I think I shuffled before I should have, but I'm not going to really worry about it too hard. 4 recruit is counter the corner of the prey, wall crawl to the top, or bounce around. Bounce around is going to pay off a lot later, so I'm going to go ahead and take corner of the prey to the top of the deck, because there's a lot of prey in the city. Oh, I'm not at -4. Last Survivor. And here's my new deck. My new hand. 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. Moving over to turn 6. Tattoo, who's empowered by ranged ambush. Put a hero from the HQ that isn't empowering any enemies of Wakanda on the bottom of the hero deck. So ranged, strength, instinct empowered. So it's got to be one of these covert or tech. I am going to put... I have a Hulk here. I don't want to get rid of Massive Gamma Detonation, but the Master Strike's probably already going to do that, and that'll give me more options. But I'm going to tuck Blind Justice, actually, this time. Ooh, and there's Kraven's Rare, the best around. He's the best around. You get plus attack equal to the highest cost, the cost of the highest cost hero in the HQ. That could be beneficial if I can keep one stuck around. And I'm probably going to have an escape, because there's a lot of empowering going on, and I don't have any attacking. So for one... Not a great start with this onslaught of villains, no pun intended. So 1, 2, 3. Zenzi is at 8, and nobody else is empowered by anything. Well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can take... I'm not seeing Hulk, but I did already take a Last Survivor. Let's just go Scorched Earth and not care about escapes. I'm trying to win. So we'll get another Last Survivor for 3. And then, oh, there's Rage Incarnate. And for the last 2, we're going to go ahead and take Ceaseless Tracker to dodge or work with other Kraven cards that I might get. And there's the other tech card. Just trying to thin this deck and optimize it. The empowerments have changed, but I'll adjust that in a second. Just trying to win this thing if I can, or at least survive long enough to take a chunk out of Epic Claw. Okay, turn 7. Oh, cool. Great time for the Fenris Wolf to show up, said nobody. So he's going to cause 3 escapes. Wait, 2 escapes. Fenris Wolf moves forward to the rooftops. Oh, no, 3 escapes. Pushing all the villains forward as normal. Awful. Let's start with our first push. Here we go. Zenzi is going to escape. I got a KO hero that costs 6 less from the HQ. It's going to have to be a bounce around. Speedball's used to it. Yeah, it's always the worst timing for me. And goodbye. We're going to keep on pushing and escaping and really optimizing my HQ is how I'm going to think about it. So Jakara is going to also escape. I lose out on this precious KO power. That kind of hurts. Let's get rid of Rage Out. I don't really like Rage Out. And Jakara is going to run off. And we got one more. Other Last Survivor. And this Jakara is going to run away again. This time, it's a tougher choice. I've taken 2 Last Survivors. Diminishing returns, I'll get rid of 1. And that's going to be my 3rd escape from 1 single villain play. And luckily the Evil Wins is not an escape-based thing, but still annoying. Bad for my score. But if I can win, that'll be good for my score. So let me just double check attack. Surtur's at 6. Tattoo is at 4. And Fenris Wolf of Streets Conqueror is at 6 as well. Alright. Honestly, could have been a lot worse. Corner the prey. We're going to corner Tattoo or Surtur. Actually, with Bubble Up, I can hit Surtur this turn. I think I'm going to do that to get the artifact. So corner the prey, I'm going to choose Surtur for 2 attack base. If there are no empty city spaces adjacent, it gets -1. So Surtur is actually at 5 this turn. And then I didn't expect to play Namorita this early, but I'm going to get +3 attack usable against Bridge or Mastermind. So I will get that through. I'm just going to put it down here, my regular attack. So that's the 5 I need to fight Surtur and the Bridge. And I get Surtur's Crown before the Eternal Flame shows up. Great. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4 recruit. Hulk is on the other side. This side has some Daredevil, some mixed bags of things. Although Rage Incarnate... No, this is not the one I want. I want to keep all the Cybermod Moon cards in the same side. The right side. So I think I'm going to get an Officer. It's a little early, so let's do that. So standard officer, fine. Just fine. I'll make the most of it. Okay, we got 3 more. 4, 5, 6. Some of the cards are upside down. Let's not question it. Turn number 8. First twist. Why did I put these one space over? So play a random horror. We randomized, I guess we randomized them earlier, and so it's going to be the same order. Tyrant Mastermind. The Mastermind has +3 attack. So we saw that one coming. But that's all that happens. All right. So Klaw's now at 13. I guess I wish I could do this. This is kind of awkward. It's kind of tiny. Actually, it kind of works if it doesn't have any weapons. So I got push paint under the surface. We didn't get any wounds yet. Nope, we didn't get any wounds yet. So I can't do anything except for get 4 recruit. I'll take the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 attack. So I'm going to hit Tattoo while I can. And that will weaken Fenris Wolf for later. No range in the HQ. So only 4. And I do have to put a hero that isn't empowering Tattoo on the bottom when I do this. So who's that going to be? I like Loner. It'll be great for the later game, but I don't want it here early. Although maybe tucking one of these 6 costers is going to be helpful. Even though they're very good cards, they make the HQ very expensive and reduce my options. And if I tuck enough heroes, there's a chance that Klaw could pull one of these, making it advantageous for me. So I'm going to actually tuck one of these Gamma Detonations. Just because it's a little early. It's a little early. And now I will take Rage Incarnate to hopefully Cybermod some wounds. If I can send one away, this is a 3 for 3 and it becomes excellent. Let's see if I can get there. And a backflip. Already a better build here with Hulk 2099, who is making his first randomized appearance into the Randomizer League today. I didn't check to see what else is. I don't think we played a Horror of Horrors yet. I might be wrong. I might have already lost to it. Not 100%. So glad I pulled Empire of Oppression last. Okay, turn 9. More giants, more discards. 1, 2, 3. Fine. Other side, discard top 3. 1, 2, 3. Less fine. It wasn't 3 Daredevils like before. Okay, you lose your Conqueror, by the way. Kraven. Nobody's cornered, nobody gets -1. However, it is 1, 2, 3 total attack. So I can actually fight the giants this time and KO a gray hero from my discard pile. 2 troopers and an agent. I'm going to get rid of my troopers first. I'm really learning that there's a more expensive HQ here. So we'll take out this trooper for 3 and take out the giants as well for 3. That's going to leave me with 1, 2, 3, 4 recruit. Nothing I can take here except for Daredevil, so I'll take him to put things on top of my deck. I'm worried about having too many of those, especially because I just KO'd a trooper. However, it's the right side that's going to be doing a lot of thinning, so maybe left-hand side is going to do a lot of recruiting. Getting stuff out of there, making the HQ more advantageous for me against Klaw. The good news about with Klaw versus some other Masterminds is he resets what he's empowered by. So you can kind of work with that if you have a lot of recruit. Turn 10, more giants. Each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck. He's become one of the more annoying henchmen. Oh, yep, see? And I had to discard Push Pain. In solo, they're not as bad, because you have to do 2 discards at the beginning of the game. And then shuffle them and discard, I guess. You do 2 discards at the beginning of the game, or 2 sets of 3 discards, and then only 2 more are left in the deck. But man, in 2-handed solo, they just keep showing up and ruining my day. Look at that. I would have had an officer. So yeah, on this side, if I had played Speedball, I would have had some decent recruit. All right, well, what do I have left? 1, 2, 3. 3 attack, 2 recruit. And Kraven. I could have a total of 3 recruit, or I could dodge this for something else. 3 recruit's not going to do anything in the HQ that 2 recruit is, so I'm going to dodge this just to move things along. And I got an agent anyway, so 3rd recruit anyway. Let's fight the giants. Let's thin the deck. I really want to thin this deck. This is the side that's going to work if I can get more Hulk cards. So take for 3. I think I have enough recruit otherwise, so let's start getting rid of agents. 1 agent. And we'll take out the giants. I don't have enough recruit in my hand right now, so you know what? I'm going to take an officer, because I underestimated how much recruit I need, but I did get rid of an agent, and it's still early enough. So officer, hey, and it's Fitzsimmons. That's a great officer to get. So you can get attack, and they turn into a new recruits when you don't need them to make recruit anymore. Okay, I got 2 last survivors, one that can trigger the other for some more deck thinning. I like what I'm building on the right here. I'm happy about it. 5 and 6, and I got Fitzsimmons here. Thing about Last Survivor is it kind of conflicts with Hulk because Last Survivor wants you to KO wounds and Hulk wants you to send them undercover, but if they're getting overwhelming, I don't mind KOing them too. Turn 11, another Giants of Jotunheim. Slow start. 3 agent discards on the left, and 1, 2. Ooh, it's really hurting the right side. Right side's discarding a lot of good stuff. Okay, well, this might actually help. We shall see. Starting with backflip, once again, I load up a wall crawl. Next, I've got Surtur. I play him as an artifact. Once per turn, you get Sewers Conqueror 1. A great one to have. So I'm going to put him over here, and we'll slide him in when we need him. I'll activate it for Sewers Conqueror 1. You got an enemy in the sewers right there. Next, I've got 1, 2 recruit, 1 attack, and pretty sure I'm going to play double down as I'm not hitting Epic Klaw, although he's only at 13 attack, which is a lot less than he could be, but I have the chance to recruit something more expensive, so I'm going to draw 2 cards. Although I do have backflip, so if I recruited Corner of the Prey right now, I could draw it immediately, but I still think I should try to fish for at least 1 more recruit. Let's see. Corner of the Prey. Didn't get 1 more recruit. I honestly thought I was going to get 1 more recruit. I do get 2 more attack, and then a 3rd, which is enough to hit one of these 2 enemies. I could hit the Fenris Wolf for 4, but I think because I'm going to do a shuffle, I want to hit the Giants instead for that KO. So let's KO a shield agent by hitting them for 3, guaranteed, before they go away. And then for 4 recruit, I can put a Corner of the Prey on top of my deck, so I will do that. Yeah, Daredevil and Kraven are working together. And honestly, of 2 characters that would work together, not out of the question. Would be an interesting conversation, though. To be sure. They might have worked together in the comics at some point, I just don't know. There's a lot of weird team-ups that happen. So far, this game is going better, I think. Despite that whole bunch of escapes early on. Kind of was a blessing in disguise. Cleared up the city. A lot of henchmen coming in. A lot of KOs on the right. And Surtur did not escape. And the Mastermind did not get any villainous weapons. Not yet, anyway. Turn 12. More wolves. Wolves pushing wolves. Okay, ambush. The Fenris Wolf moves forward to the rooftops, pushing other villains forward as normal. Pushing the other wolf to the streets, so that means they now both get Conqueror. Till I can hit the one on the streets. I would love to clear the city so that when villainous weapons pop up, it's a free turn for me, because those just get KO'd. Speaking of KOing, I've got Last Survivor, but I have to decide, do I want to play this, or do I want to first draw with Fitzsimmons? If I get the 2 recruit, that'll be 4 total recruit, and best I can get is a backflip. But I'd rather get a chance at hitting the Fenris Wolf. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guarantee hitting Fenris Wolf if I play Fitzsimmons for attack. So I'm going to choose... By the way, is one supposed to be Fitz and one supposed to be Simmons? And which... if that's the case, which one? Based on the show, I think the recruit is actually Fitz, and the attack is Simmons. Anyway, I'll get the one attack, and I'll draw a shield agent. Okay. Fine. First last survivor, 2 attack and nothing. Second last survivor, 2 attack and superpower activated. You may KO a card from your hand or discard pile. If you KO a wound this way, draw a card. I will KO this shield agent from my discard pile. It's going to be a lot of good deck thinning that way. Yeah, just better cards showing up for me here. A 6th attack from this shield trooper is going to allow me to hit either Fenris Wolf. I should hit the one in the street, so the other one is weaker. And we'll just take out this one for 6. And be done with it. Okay. 1, 2, 3 recruit. I could take backflip. I don't mind having 1 backflip, especially because this is a strength card that I can activate Hulk's superpower. So I'll do it. Wall crawling Hulk will be very fun. Backflipping up to the top. There's a radar sense. A lot of instinct there in the HQ. Would love to get Kraven. That's a lot of attack on a card if I have a more expensive HQ, which I do. Often. We're on to turn 13. What do we got? We have Tattoo coming in. Empowered by ranged ambush, put a hero from the HQ that isn't empowering any enemies of Wakanda on the bottom of the hero deck. Fight, same effect. So, any of them. I want to keep Kraven around. I think I'm going to actually tuck Radar Sense. I think I have other stuff going on here. Although, before I do that, I have an expensive HQ. You know what? I changed my mind on that one. I'm actually going to tuck Loner to the bottom. One of them. And there's a Hunt down. Yeah, that would have been even more of an expensive HQ. Although I can afford a 5 cost here. And I can wall crawl it. Check it out. I got Backflip, 2 recruit. Next year I recruit. This turn goes on top of the deck. Sewer's Conqueror 1. I can activate on Surtur, so I'll get the 1 attack. We can't corner anybody, so just 2 attack. Then 1 more and 3 recruit. 5 recruit I have options, but for 4 attack, no more Conqueror on the Wolf, so I can hit the Wolf or Tattoo. If I hit Tattoo, I get to refresh the HQ a little. So maybe I recruit first and then do that. Although if I recruit, if I reveal a ranged, then I can't fight Tattoo, so I should probably still fight Tattoo first. Let's do it. Take out Tattoo for sure. Figure out who to put on the bottom of the deck. I think it's going to be Radar Sense again, because I can get a 5 cost this time. Because Loner is at 4. They're both going to end up being 4 attack. The dual class helps me out a little more on either side. I'm going to tuck the Radar Sense. Oh, we got another Loner. Okay. So I can take Hunt down, which has a max of 6 attack. Or I can take Loner, has a max of 4, but only if I don't recruit this turn. And I'll get to a point where I won't recruit. Don't really have superpower triggers here. But I think I'm going, and I get to wall crawl this. I have... I think I'm still going to take Kraven. No, actually, no. I want to save the strength cards for the other side. As many as I can for triggers. Okay, yeah. I will take a Loner. Even though this side's going to do a lot of recruiting. Either one will be decent. And there's Rage Incarnate for the other side, hopefully. Already having more fun with this one. But maybe it's because I've only played 1 twist and no strikes. But I feel like my builds are working better. I've done a lot more deck thinning, and there's still a lot to go. I got Push Pain under the surface, no wounds though, yet. And another Giant. Each player discards the top 3 cards. Thank you. And it's not like Wall Crawl where I don't have a choice. So the Officer is going to be on top of my deck still. Okay. Top 3 cards of the deck, so that's going to discard the Officer. 1, 2, 3. Officer's been discarded twice. Other side is going to be a trooper and a shuffle. 1, 2, 3. Ah, both last survivors get discarded? These giants, man. Alright. Decent recruit turn for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No wounds to send away. No point in playing these troopers. Like I said, I'm probably going to take... Rage Incarnate will work once I send something undercover, but Hunt Down will help me send more heroes undercover by being Strength. So we'll take it. And there's another Push Pain. I hope I have a chance to take this before it goes away. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool hand. Turn 15. Scourge. Bridge Conqueror, 3 fight, KO one of your heroes. KO power, KO power. About to get Conqueror. So I do have a Loner here in my hand. So the way this works, by the way, if you don't recruit any heroes this turn, you get +2 attack. You have to... It follows a weird convention that most legendary cards don't. So basically, if I play this first, I get 2 attack and then 2 floating attack that go away as soon as I recruit a hero, basically, is kind of how it works. So I believe I can use this. No, it's weird. I can use it to fight enemies, but if I do that, I can't recruit afterwards, because then I wouldn't have been able to get it. So you can't play it first and then do that later. It's a weird effect that I understand why it hasn't reappeared. So I'm going to give myself the 2 attack because I'm declaring I intend to not recruit any heroes this turn and just do some fighting. Let's do Corner the Prey. We're going to choose the Giants. Actually, Scourge this would apply to as well. Let's do Scourge. Let's reduce Scourge down to 3 attack from 2. There's no other cards that work like this, right? Like Loner, where like don't do a thing. And Sewer's Conqueror from Surtur over here. I'll leave the corner showing so I don't forget. 1 more attack. 2 troopers. 1, 2. Then I have Bubble Up. Well, how much attack do I have? 9. What is Klaw at? Just 13. Oh man, I'm so close to hitting him. I'm at 12. Oh, that would have been great. Yep. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that horror has screwed me up. Yeah. Well, maybe if I draw, I can get even more attack than that, but probably not. But I only need 4, 10 to clear everything here. So I might as well play Double Down to draw 2 cards. There we go. 1 and 2. Yeah, not a hit on the Mastermind, but still very fun. So we'll check for... I can't recruit this turn, though. However, I think the way it works, though, is because I didn't spend the attack yet, I can still choose to not get the 2 attack from Logan. So if I only wanted to have 7 total, I could do that. As soon as I recruit it, it negates that 2 attack. So because I do have 4 recruit, I don't want to take these Hulk cards over here. And I can't get Loner. So I'm probably not going to recruit anyway. If I keep this attack, I can clear the city. So let's do that. No, wait, I only have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't hit everything. Oh, I do have 9. But I need 10. So I don't need the extra 2 recruit. So I will just, I'll play Backflip. And then 2 more. Which means I'm subtracting 2 attack for the attack from Loner I'm not going to get. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. So let's... I kind of want to take both KOs because I have a discard pile, even though I could hit the Wolf. Well, we'll definitely hit Scourge because he's at a discount. So -3 attack, KO one of your heroes. It is going to be Shield Agent. And then we are going to go with the Giants for that other guaranteed KO. Maybe I should save some KO for the other side, because I'd really rather have the thinner deck over here. But I'll have enough attack. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to save the Giants for that side. So I'll use the attack I have left to hit the Fender Assault before it moves over and gets Conqueror. You got to prioritize that kind of stuff. And now for 4 recruit, there really still wasn't anything from here I was going to get, but I'll get a sidekick for 2. So I can still recruit, and it's Red Wing. Almost a hit on the Mastermind, but getting some good decks here. Again, if I can get these Old Man Logan cards and Daredevil and such, get a lot of 4 attack hands, 4 attack cards in hand, I'll be happy. That's a decent hand. I got Red Wing works well with Loner because I can decide not to pick up any recruit cards if I know I want that attack bonus. Turn 16. There's the Eternal Flame. So because Surtur is in my possession, let's read this. If Surtur's in the city, he captures the Eternal Flame. If a player controls Surtur's crown, that card enters the city as the villain Surtur and captures the Eternal Flame. So that's what happens here. This is... Yep. It can control as Surtur's crown. So this is what happens. That also is something that rarely happens to me. But we've also played both wolves, so I have a little more chance to avoid that being pushed into the escape pile. But knowing I lost that, I really was enjoying the Super's Conqueror. Okay, I like when they come out in the different order. So I can't Cybermod any wounds, so this is just to attack. Cybermod wound, by the way, means you count the wounds in your victory pile. 1 versus 4 on this particular card. I can get 1, 2, 3, 5 recruit. I only need 4 for push pain, and that's the one I really want. So what I'm going to do first is dodge Kraven and draw backflip. Okay, cool. 2 recruit, and I get to wall crawl Hulk now. Wonderful. I will have to play Fitzsimmons for 2 more. Oh, no, I don't have to do that. I just got a backflip. So I can play Agent. I can wall crawl and draw Hulk, but I have no wounds to send under cover. If I do play Fitzsimmons, I can get 2 more recruit and pick up the massive Gamma detonation to fuel some wounds that I can send away, and I get to wall crawl it. I think that's a good bet. It's easier for me to get push pain under the surface. Faded Future's not going to happen that often. There's only 3 tech cards, but if I get a second one, it might. And 5 attack is 5 attack. So I'm going to actually play Fitzsimmons for 2 recruit. Yep, 2, 4, 6 with backflip. I'm going to recruit massive Gamma detonation, put it on the top of my deck, and then I'll play my trooper for a 3rd attack, and I can still do stuff. I can hit the Giants to KO yet another gray hero from my discard pile. Gladly. Another agent. Yeah, I gotta focus all deck thinning efforts onto the right because that's what's gonna win it for me if I have a chance of winning. 2 cards left. There it is. Check out my hand, or my deck. It's pretty good. About 50-50 gray and non-gray at this point. I think I'll make it better though. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and we're gonna KO a lot. Let's keep it going. I gotta make sure not to recruit lock myself, but I have a couple cards that can recruit, so I'm okay there. Non-grays, I mean. Turn 17. Private Investigator again, getting captured by Surtur the Fire Giant King with his weapon. So unfortunate for all parties involved, I think. I got Loner, I got card draw, I've got Red Wing. Let's begin with Red Wing and see if we can actually hit Surtur this turn. Or maybe the Mastermind. Top 3 cards of my deck, draw 1, put the rest back. Agent, Trooper, Agent. Let me just do some math here. Max attack towards the Mastermind is 3, 5, 9, Yeah, so not fighting the Mastermind this turn. Unless I draw with double down, but still probably not going to get there. If I want to fight Surtur, he's at 10. And, like, I have less attack. If I draw 2 with double down, I'm going to draw 2 recruits. So it really doesn't matter what I do. So I'll just draw the Trooper, and then I'll draw the 2 agents later. Yeah, I can't fight either one. Okay, Corner the Prey, just 2 attack. He's got an empty space, so I can't corner him. Then we have Loner. I have 4 attack from this unless I recruit. Followed by a Trooper. Followed by... Once again, I have 7. I can get 10 towards the Mastermind, but he's at 13. And this is only towards the bridge of the Mastermind. And Surtur's in the sewer, so that won't work. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw 2 cards, and we know what those are, which is 2 agents. And I'll play all 4 agents for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, once I recruit, I'm not going to have the 2 attack from Loner, so I'm just going to put it down to 5 right now. And, yeah. I guess I'll take another Corner of the Prey. I didn't play a backflip this turn, so I'm just going to go ahead and take it for 4. Did less on that turn than I thought I would. There's a reckless rescue attempt, which is probably going to get sent to the bottom of the deck. Okay. I didn't need this divide of recruit and attack. I would have taken one of the others. That's 2, 4, 5. So let's go over. This is a better hand. Turn 18. Another twist. All right. Time for horror number 2 from the last game. The second one was our freebie, Fight to the End, which is the final blow that we already were doing. So there's the freebie for everybody. Get that one out of there. It starts getting dangerous after this. We got an extra Mastermind. We got stuff in Psychic Infection. And then we have the worst one, Empire of Oppression, which is we reduce our hand sizes. So I got to hurry this up. But this will be a good hand. I'm going to do the combo here. Let's begin with the Gamma Detonation. 5 attack. To play this, you must discard 2 cards or gain a wound. I will purposefully gain a wound here. And that wound is Blunt Force Trauma, which I'm totally fine with because I get to send it undercover. So 2 recruit, you may send a wound from your hand or discard pile undercover. So I'm going to go ahead and send this undercover. And now what I'm going to have to do is keep a undercover wound track because I want to know how many I have. So give me a second to type that in, and then we'll be good. I want to type in if my keyboard's working. There we go. Just seriously delayed. Wounds undercover. And it'll cap out at 4, I think, for what it matters. Regardless. So we have sent 1 wound undercover on the right-hand side. I guess I could have phrased that as cyber mod, but I'll stick to how I phrased it. It makes more sense to me. All right. Speaking of which, now I can play Rage Incarnate to attack. Cyber mod wound. I get +1 attack. I have 1 wound to cyber mod, so I do get that one. Hoax rare. That's what I thought. I was like 50-50 on that, but we'll see if I get to see it. Last Survivor to attack. Activated by Rage Incarnate, you may KO a card from your hand or discard pile. If you KO a wound this way, draw a card. I don't have anything in my discard pile. If I KO one of these agents, I can't get the other push pin under the surface. And I think I do want to take that this turn, so I'm not going to KO. I think I'm going to have plenty of KO opportunity with these Last Survivor cards, so I'm going to avoid that. And I can hit Surtur too this turn. Cool. I'll get the 2 recruit. Oh, the Private Investigator. Hold up. Private Investigator lets me investigate. So, but I can take the risk. If I can investigate for a recruit card, because I won't have anything to fight. Yeah, let me just do that. So I will KO a card from my hand. I'll KO the Shield Agent. So I'll play the other agent. Nope. Yep, I'm at 3. 10 attack, 3 recruit. I can hit Surtur for 10. I'll get to investigate for a recruit card, and then I can try to recruit Hulk 2099. But let's go ahead and take care of this guy and take him out for 10. Left him there for a second. So I put this into my discard pile as Surtur's Crown Artifact, and the Eternal Flame goes in my discard pile as, well, the Eternal Flame. Once per turn, you return a 0 cost from your discard pile to your hand. So that one's also gained. And then Private Investigator is rescued. Choose Recruit or Attack and investigate for a card with that icon. I need a card with Recruit so I can get Hulk. So top 2 cards of the deck. I hope one of them has Recruit on it. And they don't. So I kind of failed that. That's okay. I will choose to put the Trooper on the bottom. Leave Kraven on the top. And I can still get a Hulk 2099 card. I can get Rage Incarnate. That'll ramp up if I can Cybermod some more wounds. So I'll pick that up. And after the strikes start happening, I'm going to have a lot more wounds to send away. Yeah, just look at that. Like night and day with what was showing up before in my last game. Much better, I think. Didn't quite draw Kraven with the push paint under the surface trigger. But that's okay. Turn 19 is another twist. All right, wasn't that much time in between. I could still twist out on this game. Twist number 3. Again, play a random horror, and we randomized them last time, so it is Shadow of the Disciple. This horror ascends to become a new Mastermind, has 9 attack, and as Master Strike, each player reveals a tech hero or gains a wound. So watch me start to pull the Master Strikes now. And this Mastermind also has +3 attack, so I'm just going to do it like this. You guys can share. Now, I'm going to put that in the special rules just so everybody knows. This is a 12. This is a 13. For now. Awful. Okay. 2, 4, 5, and a wall crawl. Let's go with Loner, I suppose. We'll put it on the top of the deck so I hopefully can try to hit Master Plan soon. Didn't expect to be taking this much Logan. All right, now you're just rubbing it in my face. All of these. I don't need this many. Backflip and Loner aren't really working well together. They're not supposed to. 4, 5, 6. Wait, 2 Loners. That's 8 attack. That's 10 attack. This is enough to almost hit Master Plan, but not with that extra horror in there. Bad combo for horrors. Turn 20. More giants. More discard from the top of the deck. Left-hand side 1 and 2 and 3. Fine, could have been worse. Right-hand side 1, 2, 3. Also could have been worse. I'll take it. And let's get some attack with Hunt Down. I still have some Bridge Conqueror coming, so this might hurt me there. But I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can actually hit stuff, right? That's going to give me 6, 8, 9, and 11, and a card draw. So maybe I should do the card draw first. Because if I KO a wound from my discard, I probably get to draw another card, but I don't have any. So let me see what Fitzsimmons are going to give me before I do anything else. Okay, 1 attack and draw a card is going to be Ceaseless Tracker. Okay, well, I have to dodge to try to get more attack if I want to hit something, but if I don't, that'll give me a max of 4 recruit, which will let me get a Hulk. But I'm going to try and go for some more attack. But that would also trigger Last Survivor. So do I keep the recruit and do I keep the extra KO to avoid hitting Master Plan? I think I do because it's not a sure thing. I would have to draw enough attack to get there. So I think I'm going to go with the sure thing. The KO and the recruit. I hope I don't regret that. See, if I dodge, I can get some attack. But if I don't dodge, I guarantee Last Survivor is going to thin my deck a little, and I get enough recruit to get a Hulk. And I'm thinking about this now. So Hunt Down does not have a superpower. If I played it, I have to pick a villain, and I have to move it in a direction. So Giants are going to end up in the bridge if I play this no matter what. If I do, I'll be at 6 attack, 8 attack, 10. I would need 3 more attack with 1 of 11, actually. I thought it was 2 off. 1, 8, 10, 12. I actually am 1 off. But if I fail that, and I get an agent, for example, I will lose out on the recruit, and I will lose out on last survivor KO. But I will get some KO from the giants, but I was gonna get that anyway. If I don't dodge, also getting those wounds isn't such a bad thing, and I'll have enough attack to get it later. I think even though I might get enough attack to clear this, I think I'd rather do the prep. So I think I'm gonna do the prep. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do the prep. So I might not even play Hunt Down at all. I have to get the extra recruit. I'll play Hunt Down. If I do draw 2, I have 2 cards. Hold on, let me do this. I can actually figure this out. I got 2 cards left in my deck. I've got how many agents? 1, 2, 3, 4 grays. I have 4 of them. 5, 6, 7. How many have I KO'd? 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Now, those agents or troopers? 1, 2, 3. I forgot to do math on this. That's 4 agents. 5 agents. 6, 7, 8. Trooper. Okay. So this is 1 trooper and 1 non-gray. So at the very least, I'll be able to hit Master Plan. I don't know what the other one is. What would it be? What did I recruit? I got both last survivors out here. I think I only took 1 push pain. It might be Kraven. I don't remember what it is. Okay, because I'm guaranteed now that it's not going to be... I think I can be guaranteed it's not recruit. I know it's a 50% chance of a trooper anyway, so I'll take the attack. Let's do the dodge. After all. Let's see what I get. It is... backflip. Should have gone with my gut. Cool. I got 2 recruits. 3. Hunt down. Do we even play this anymore? If I want to hit the giants, I should. I don't need to actually. Go with my gut next time. 2 attack. 2 more. So I'm going to hit the giants and at least get a KO out of this mess of a turn. And it's almost a full shuffle, so let's get rid of an agent. And with 3 recruit, I'll get a sidekick. Prodigy. That's some cool stuff I'd want to copy. Yeah, there's the trooper. However, look at this deck. And Prodigy goes to my hand. And then we got 3, 4, 5, 6. Better stuff's gonna happen over here. I've already thinned the deck a lot, so it all depends on the shuffle of the villain deck. Turn 21. That's not good. Okay. That is horror number 4. Psychic Infection. Goes into my discard pile. If it's in the start of my discard pile, if it's in my hand at the start of my turn, pass it over. Each player discards a card. Right hand side can KO it, but it's got to get over there first. I don't like how fast these twists are happening. I really hope the last one is way down there, because I actually can almost do something. I haven't pulled the strike yet, so maybe I can hit the Mastermind this turn. Let's see. Maybe I thought I was already determined I was short. So that's 4, 8 if I don't recruit anything. 10. Yeah, this can't hit anything. 4 recruit and a wall crawl. And nothing I want to take here. Should I just take Speedball just to get him out of here? Yeah, that's what I said. Left-hand side was going to, like, take stuff, so I'm going to do it. And it wall crawls at least to the top. What a waste of 10 attack. That first horror was worse than I thought. The +3 to the Mastermind. Do I have time to survive this? Left is the Hell Crown. Okay, a free turn. This just gets KO'd. So, you know what's funny? I can't play a copy of Surtur because it's not a hero and it wouldn't even help me. But let's see what I'm doing with Fitzsimmons first. Not a lot of recruit this turn, so I'm going to take the 1 attack and a card draw. Otherwise, I can only get a sidekick. And it's an agent. Gotta get these bad hands out of the way, even though I recruited a lot. I can play Prodigy as a copy of Fitzsimmons to try and make that better. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's play Surtur again. Whoa, once per turn, Sewers Conqueror 1. You can go right there. Next, Rage Incarnate. I have 1 Cybermod wound, so I get 3 total attack. 5, 6. That's not going to do much. I could play a copy of whatever, but it's not going to make this hand better. So I'll save Prodigy for later. And I guess just do nothing. Okay. I could play Prodigy as a copy of Fitzsimmons to get enough recruit to get Kraven, or I could draw a card and get 1 more attack, but that wouldn't really help me. And Prodigy might give me just a little bit of attack I need extra, so I'm going to avoid that, even though speeding up the villain deck this way. A few not very good hands are happening. Turn 23. Nightshade, empowered by tech. Fight, you get +1 recruit for each tech hero in the HQ. There aren't any, you don't get empowered. A lot of recruit this turn. 2, 4, 5, 6, and a wall crawl. I could take one of these Hulks and a Kraven. I don't need this many Hulks on the same side. And I am inevitably going to get some wounds, so wouldn't be bad to have one of these. I do have some strength. Should I wall crawl Hulk or should I wall crawl Kraven? Probably Hulk, because there's a chance to get some wounds in the next couple of turns. So we're gonna take a push pain to the top of the deck. There's another Last Survivor, and we'll take Ceaseless Tracker as well. It does not go to the top of the deck. There it is, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6. Game's going a little faster. Hand's a little better. Not where I want it. Turn 24. Another Giants. More discards. Probably some good stuff getting discarded. Right hand side. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Goodbye, everybody. Left hand side. 1, 2, 3. Better discard. Let me clean up my area a little bit. Sewers Conqueror 1 from Surtur. 1 attack. We've got Backflip. That's 2 recruit. We've got the Massive Gamma Detonation. Do I want to gain a wound? I'm going to shuffle in next turn. I'd rather get some more to send under cover. And I can always dodge Kraven if I want to. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 recruit. I could always recruit Push Pain under the surface, dodge Kraven to draw it, and then I can immediately send that one under cover. Or I can send a hero instead, but I'd rather ramp up the Cyber mod, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Massive Gamma Detonation, let's go ahead and get a wound to play this. That wound is going to be a standard. I do get 5 attack, which is great. I am going to play my 2 agents. 2. Let's recruit push paint under the surface and put it to the top of the deck. Now we're going to... Oh, Speedball's rare. That would be great. Dodge Kraven to draw push paint under the surface. And we'll play it now for 2 recruit. I will KO that... Oh, sorry. I will send that wound undercover, even though I could send a hero instead. That is 2 wounds undercover. And another attack. I'm at 7, which means I can do some KOing still. Oh, I could have got a... No, there's no tech to get more recruit. Yeah, so I'm going to... checking for grays. I'm going to hit the giants again. I want to thin this deck. Take them out for 3. KO a gray hero from my discard pile. And it's going to be... Shield Agent. Really hope I have time to make the best of this optimized deck. And with 4 attack, I could hit Nightshade. I think I want to save Nightshade, although I've already recruited one of the 2 techs. She's going to max out at +2 recruit, so probably not... Don't need to keep her around in case... I think I played all the villainous weapons. Let's just take her out for 3. It's fine. And we already used our backflip, so we get a sidekick to the discard pile. It's more KO. I'm cool with that. All right, how optimized is our deck? We got 3 grays, 4, 5. Oh, there's more than I thought. I've KO'd half the grays. There's still a lot. But I'll get to KO 2 more this turn. In my hand, if I get to. 5, 6. That's a decent amount of attack. Moving over. Turn 25. Officer Jim Paxton. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have the master plan capture him because I get to pick. So you've been hit by, you've been struck by a master plan token and captured. Yeah, Kraven does not do very well. He's looking around like, where's all the enemies? What am I doing here by myself? So that's just 2, 4. I didn't get any wounds for Hulk. No Sewers Conqueror. I get +3 towards the Mastermind. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not enough for anything, so I'm just going to draw 2 cards with double down. Agent and agent. A lot of agents. A lot of agents. 1, 2, 3. To be a fact, and then 1 more attack. And I got push paint under the surface. I don't have any wounds, and I don't have any strength, so I just get 2 more recruit. That is 5 recruit. And oof. Do I have enough push paint under the surface on the right? Should I take this on the left? Probably better on the right. I want those strength triggers. I can't get Speedball. I can't get Kraven. I don't want Last Survivor. Actually, Last Survivor's not the worst. I do have a Kraven, so I could use some extra KO. I'll take it. Too much is too much, so better split those up. And we'll get a sidekick for 2 more. I didn't play a backflip, right? No. A hairball. We probably can crawl walls. If they're made of, you know, curtains. Upholstery. Alright. I got a Psychic Infection in my deck. Let's see if I end up with it in the... in my hand at the beginning of next turn. We are at 3.5 hours into the stream almost. Let's see how much longer it goes. Turn 26. Another Giants of Jotunheim. More discards all around. Left side, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Right hand side. 1, 2, 3. Could have been worse. Is this a hit on the Mastermind? I didn't count the attack yet. I've only cybermodded 2 wounds. Let's do this quickly. That's going to be 3 attack, 6 attack, 8 attack, 10 attack, 16 attack. That's going to be a hit on Klaw if I want. What does Officer Jim Paxton do? May defeat the Henchmen. I don't need to do that right now. And Sewers Conqueror. So let's do this for reals. Let's get Sewers Conqueror 1. And then we're going to go ahead and hunt down Klaw to attack. Pick a villain, move it as far as I can. +1 attack for each space it moved. There we go. Awesome. Now we are going to do a Rage Incarnate. This is only going to give me 3 for now. I just need 13 to hit him, so all I gotta do is... I forget if Klaw's tactics steal stuff from me, so I should probably play all of my cards first. 3 more attack. I can hit him right now, but... Last Survivor. I may KO a card from hand or discard pile. If I KO a wound this way, I draw a card. I think he's going to give some wounds, but I do have a Trooper, so I'll play Last Survivor. Yep. 6, 12... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Why do I have 13? Did I play a sidekick and forget about it? Oh, yeah. The crown. I will play Last Survivor for 2 more. I will KO this Trooper from my discard pile. And... let's see. Last Survivor again. Do I have anything else I want to KO? I have Prodigy. I might gain a wound from Klaw, so I should hold off, because if I can KO a wound, I can draw a card. Let's just go ahead and hit him now. Okay, first Mastermind hit of the actual stream for 13. Here we go. All right, what tactic do I get? Cohesive Sound Construct. Okay, here's the one that becomes a villain. That's kind of cool. I can move it around with Kraven. Rescue 4 bystanders. This tactic enters the city as a villain whose only ability is escape. This card becomes a Master Strike that takes effect immediately. So let's do the 4 bystander rescues first, as is custom. First one is, oops, Karma. Who I gain as a hero. Reveal the top card of the hero deck. You get attack equal to its printed attack. Cool. Second one is Alligator Trapper. Hey, the sewers are empty for once. I get 2 recruit. That's going to help me out. Third one is Radiation Scientist. Give me a KO one of your heroes or a hero from your discard pile. Wow, I don't have any more heroes I want to KO unless I want to KO Karma. Hey, I have a question. If I KO Karma, she's a bystander in the KO pile, right? Because 2E rules said that that's the case in the victory pile, in which case this would trigger Speedball's abilities. I need a judgment from anybody who may still be here. If I KO Karma, does she revert to her other type? I think 2E said that killbots do if they become villains, but she was never a villain. So I think technically, according to those rules, because she was never a villain, she's not a bystander anymore. But I can see the argument for. I might KO her anyway because she's just not great. I don't have anybody better to KO. So I'm going to do it. And we'll see. We'll see how that counts. And how many bystanders was that? That was 1, 2, 3. I got 1 more. News reporter. Draw a card. Cool. And we got the Sound Construct villain in the sewers. 8 attack villain. And now I have a card to KO, actually, so let's keep going. Last Survivor 2 attack. I will KO the Shield Agent from my hand. I don't get to draw a card, though, because it's not a wound. Did thin the deck a little bit. Backflip, 2 more recruit. Get a wall crawl loaded up. I do have the Giant, but I don't have anything I want to KO, so I'm going to hold off. And I'm going to wall crawl. I got bounced around. It's so funny. This depends on whether or not Karma. But I'm probably going to take Push Pain under the surface anyway. Let's go ahead and put it on the top of the deck. To try to get to that 4 wounds. And there's another one. Look at all those. Okay. That was fun. More Graves in hand. I wasn't able to get rid of this card, so I start the turn with the Psychic Infection. So it goes to the right-hand side, and each player discards a card. I mean, not many options here. I'll get rid of one of my agents. And other side probably will do the same thing. Maybe my Trooper. There's not a lot to hit here. Yeah, I only have one attack, so we're gonna ditch the trooper. Turn 27. More giants. More discards. Left-hand side 1, 2, and a shuffle, unfortunately. Actually, not unfortunately. That means these 2 backflips, an officer and agent, are not going to end up there. 3. Okay. Had to process that for a second. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I lost Massive Gamma Detonation. Oh, and I would have drawn it with Fitzsimmons too to Faded Future it, but no. Okay, this one really hurt. Getting the 2 techs together. I'll get back at them for that. Maybe. So. Backflip. Backflip. Officer. That's 7 recruit. So that's... Speedball's rare if I want it. And no strikes have been played. I'd rather take this from the other side, but I should take it where I can because it's great. 2, 4, 6, and I get to wall crawl it, so it'll go to my next hand. So maybe I'll pull a Master Strike in the next couple of turns. Again, 5 attack. If a strike would occur, you may reveal this card to KO that strike, cancels effects, and draw a card. Okay. How do you handle this if you have multiple Masterminds? Do you cancel the card or do you cancel the effects? So for example, if I had this in hand, I have played a Master Strike, would I get to draw 1 card or 2? I think each Mastermind is a Master Strike, so I think I would cancel both effects if I wanted to and draw 2 cards. Anyway, I'll take it and I'll wall crawl it. That's cool. So I hope I play a strike in the next couple of turns. Single strike, single card, cancel all effects. Really? Are you sure about that? Because it says its effects. I guess its effects include plural and draw a card. Okay, I can see that interpretation too. Okay, I will go with your judgment on this, folks. Thank you very much. Okay, I discarded 1. Come on, Master Strike. Nope, it's a scheme twist. Come on. 5 out of 6 twists and no strikes. I put the strikes in the deck, right? I must have. Yeah, I've played so many villains and henchmen. How many turns there's been? 28? Yeah. They're just gotta be in there. Okay, well, unfortunately for me, that is Empire of Oppression, and now each player hand size is 1 less, which is gross. I was trying to avoid that. So, let's move on. It'd be really embarrassing if I forgot to put the strikes. And I think, look, okay, I was looking. How many cards left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. 5 of them are strikes. 1 of them's a twist. I don't know what the last one is. That's not a lot of turns left. I think this game's already better, though, in scoring. Well, maybe not. I had 3 escapes in this one. I'm going to have to figure that out. Well, let's see what I can do in this turn. Sewers Conqueror 1. Man, that really hurts. I couldn't have pulled the strike. Maybe next turn. Maybe next turn I'll pull the last twist. I don't know. Okay, push pain under the surface. That was a pain. That hurt. No wounds to send anyway because I guess I should dodge, see what I get. Although 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get Rage out. Let's play Zabu. KO a card from your hand or discard pile. Goodbye, Psychic Infection. I didn't think it was Zabu who was going to do that. And I'm not going to hit anything this turn. Should I not have... Oh. I just checked. I forgot some of the strikes. Not all of them. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shuffle them back in. because I think I made things harder for myself by not having them. So I'm cool with that. Yeah, I forgot three of them. I didn't put back in. I still could have pulled 2. I'm probably still going to enter my first game anyway, but that's what happens when I go too quickly. It's okay, so I'm going to shuffle this up. I put the strikes back in. I could still pull the next twist to be the last one. Okay, nothing plays extra cards in this thing, so. Okay. How funny. Where was I? Alright. I still could very much lose in the next turn. And I'm probably not going to defeat Klaw. And I'm probably still going to submit the first game because of the escape count. Because escapes are the same no matter if you win or lose. Although I did win... I feel like... I forget how many turns it was. I'll have to revisit that. Alright, 2 recruit. No wounds to send anywhere. Let's go with push pain just in case. 2 recruit. Let's send the this trooper undercover. Not gonna help with the cyber mod, but more VP for me. Okay, that's 4 recruit. I won't dodge. It's 5/6, and we'll take a rage out, so I can at least gain wounds, even though I don't get a bonus for it. Okay. Well, now that Klaw was sleeping, he's probably going to show up a lot. It did affect the fact that I could hit him when I did, so I probably have to invalidate this game as far as if I was competing in something, but I'm still going to play it through and see what happens. Probably still lose. Okay, there's Prodigy. Oh, only 5 cards. Next. Now maybe I'll... I got so excited to get Speedball, and... Alright, there we go. Okay, now I get to actually use Speedball. Jeez, okay. If a Master Strike would occur, you may reveal this card to KO that Master Strike, cancel its effects, and draw a card. Alright, I KO the Master Strike, I cancel all the strike effects, and I draw a card. And I'll play it. Let's play Hairball, 1 attack, draw a card, go away. We're going to choose Corner of the Prey, 2 attack. We're going to choose the Giants and give them -1 attack. Speedball is a ranged card. I actually get to do this now because of that. Reckless Rescue Attempt, 2 recruit, top card of the villain deck. What is it? It's a villain! Rescue Bystander. I get a standard bystander. And, I have 8 to hit Klaw. That's going to cost me 13 attack. So I probably need to use Bubble Up. +3 attack towards the Mastermind. We'll just put her up here because I'm lazy now. And then we'll play Last Survivor. 2 more attack. That's going to be, 13 towards the Mastermind. Let's go ahead and hit him again. Ultrasonic Boom. Put the top card of the hero deck next to its Klaw Sonic Frequency. Each other player must discard a card that shares a color with it. Put any previous frequency on the bottom. And it's Last Survivor. Okay, so we'll put you over here. Just like that. Right hand side's got to discard Rage Out. And now it gets buffed by Kraven's rare. I get the tactic though. I'm so mad I missed putting a few strikes back in. It's because I have extra strikes off to the side and they blended in with them. It's fine. If it made the difference between winning this game to eliminate from the rotation, it would have bothered me more. But because it was going to happen anyway. Don't care as much. 17 attack there. All right, well, let's push some more paint under the surface for 2 more recruit and 1 more. And I'm at 5 recruit, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and get Horn of the Prey for 4. Oh, and there's Cataclysmic Frenzy. Here's the one. For each player, either send a wound from that player's discarded pile under cover into your own victory pile, or that player gains a wound and Cybermod wound, plus 1 attack for each wound in your victory pile. Really could make that work, even though Hulk showed up a lot more often this game. I can do a Fated Future this turn for all the good it'll do me. I forgot to fight the giants, whatever. I needed to use the attack towards the Mastermind. So, conquer everything. I'm gonna do it in this order. Let's go with push paint under the surface. I have to gain the wound first. What's better, gaining a wound or sending it to the bottom of the deck? I have a lot of cards in my deck, so I think I'm not gonna worry about Fated Future. Let's go ahead and play. Let's do this. Let's play Massive Gamma Detonation for 5. Gaining a wound. Let's play Prodigy as a copy. So I get 5 more attack. I have to do the requirement, so I gain another wound on purpose. And then Prodigy Fated Futures to the bottom of my deck, and then he goes back to the sidekicks there. 1 attack for the Trooper, 1 attack from Surtur's Crown, and push paint under the surface, 2 recruit. I will send this wound under cover. That's 3 wounds sent under cover. And I don't have enough to hit the Mastermind. Even the fake Mastermind I can't hit. Yep, that's 5, 10, 11, 12. So let's maximize my VP as I normally would. Let's hit the Cohesive Sound Construct for 8. And for 4, let's hit the Giants. I have no great heroes to KO, but at this point, I'm just playing to survive. I'll avoid the sidekick too. I'm just curious to see how many turns I get left. Turn 31. Master Strike. Oh, it is 12. Why did I think 13? Oh, because I read the 3. I guess I could have hit it. 5, 10. Oh yeah, I just would have made it. Alright, let's say I took it out. Wouldn't change anything except I defeat this. And there's no henchmen to defeat, so let's just blow it out. This game turned out to be invalid anyway, so I would just clear it to avoid the strike. Okay, then I do my next turn, Master Strike happens, and it's just Klaw's ability. Okay, Klaw takes a Covert. So any non-covert goes to the bottom, so I would lose Hulk's Rare anyway. Oh yeah, do I have to? I may. No, I'll leave him alone. I didn't have anything to KO. Wow, that's a lot of covert. So he's at 10, 14, 18, 22, 25. Even with these... Oh, and I've been drawing 6 cards too this whole time. I've invalidated this game in so many ways. I forgot that. There's a lot for me to remember right now, and it's getting pretty late. The typical way my games go is if 3 hours have gone by, my rate of forgetting things goes way up. Again, the good news is I already forgot to put strikes in there, so none of this counts. But I will finish. I already discarded some cards, so my hands are 5. Let's just play this quickly. 1, 2. A lot going on. 1, 2, 3. I feel better that I know the game is invalid in the first place. I have to care less about other mistakes. 3 attack, 3 recruit. Video game streamers have it easy. Their game plays their game tells them when they did something wrong, or it won't let them go through the invisible wall. I can just walk right through that invisible wall, and the game will let me do it because they're cards. I think it's harder too with solo games and cooperative games because they're playing competitive. Your opponent will let you know when you make a mistake. Okay, let's fight these giants for 3. And we'll get rid of this agent. Yeah, board game streamer solidarity is what I'm going to say about that. And we'll just end it there. Let's kind of see what's going to happen. The games just play themselves. Oh, almost did 6 again. That's so hard to do. Anything that breaks the norm of how I usually play. Okay. Another strike. That's what happens when you know, put them all on the deck at the end of the game. Okay, frequency. Oh, I forgot to pass out wounds for that as well. This game is just completely falling apart. So, strength. Everybody's gone. And then the wounds go out. Yeah, I had forgotten those as well till I played a lot of solo. And these, I have these custom ones that help me. These remind me to do exactly that. Well, check this out. He's not empowered by anything, so he's back to 13. But I can't hit him. So let's just, let's do this quickly. 1 attack and a card draw. 1 more attack. Why am I drawing so many graves? I've KO'd almost all of them. 2 more attack. 2 more attack. KO the shield agent to do that. And 2 recruit. Serpent's at 6. I'll take out the serpent. And I'm done recruiting. This stream has just completely fallen off the rails. I think it was I just did 6 again. I think it was the Giants of Jotunheim that messed me up. They kept discarding my good stuff. Turn 33. Another Master Strike. I forgot to get wounds again. Each player gains a wound. Right? Works every time. There's the wound for the last one. Here's the new one. I can't believe you just subscribed after what I was just doing. But I appreciate it. X sharp X. Oh! Just became a member. Thank you so much. It said subscribe down here, but I think you're our first YouTube member. Enjoy those emotes. Thank you very much. Now, Rage Incarnate is over here. I guess I need to lose control of the stream more often. Then people will become members. Who knew? And nothing is lost. He's at maximum attack now. Thank you. I'm glad my suffering is your enjoyment. Oh, very kind. Thank you very much. All right, so what is the deal right now? Epic Claw is at 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 30, 33. 33 attack. A measly 33. I'll take, you know what? I'll take a Mercy sub, whether it comes in online subscription or sandwich form. Either one. Both at the same time, actually, is better. If that's an option. All right, 4 attack if I don't recruit anything. Oh, and I forgot to give the wounds again. So, 2 more. Nanovirus. How could I refuse? Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 recruit. I will choose not to fight because I can't fight anything. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw Logan on the wall and make him crawl up there. And it's still instinct, so it doesn't really change anything. Next card. Over there. Is this. More giants. There are more than 7 cards because I put more cards back in because I forgot twists or strikes. So we're still going. Each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck. 1, 2, 3. Oh, cool. I lost the Speedball rare. I have never had worse luck with the Giants of Jotunheim ever than this game. Well, you guys are gonna hate this week of the week. I'm honestly, I'm going to be shocked if anybody plays this. Okay. Okay, so I got the weapon. Let's see what I got. I have 3 cyber-modded wounds. Let's see how much attack I can get. Yeah, this is the GG part, right? So 2 attack, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 3 attack, 6 attack. That's 2, 4, 6. Let's dodge it, see what happens. Why not? I could have gotten more recruit, but I got Fitzsimmons. 1 more attack and a card draw. Let's keep going. Rage out, sure. We'll do a cross-dimensional Wolverine Rampage. We're gonna have the left-hand side get a wound. 33 attack's gonna do it. I got 1 more attack. I'm at 17. I can return a 0-cost card from my discard pile to my hand. I'll put this Grievous Wound, the 0-cost card, into my hand. Oh, check it out. Good news, guys. I can play a card from the villain deck to KO this wound. That sounds like a really nice thing to do. So I'm going to go ahead and play an extra card from the villain deck. And, hey, look, it's another Master's Drag. I get to KO my wound. Let's change the frequency. Maybe this will actually help. Wouldn't that be really funny if that happens? All right, top card is... Nope, it's exactly Instinct again. No such luck. Wounds go out to everybody. Yeah, where's Richter when you need him? Okay, more wounds go out. People always shout. I got 17 attack and nothing to do with it. Well, did I forget to draw 5 cards again? I sure did. That is like the hardest thing to remember. You know, it's not hard to remember. It's just hard to add that insert into my programming at the beginning of the turn to check for that. Because by default, it's 6. Okay. Well, I guess I'll fight the Giants for 3. Yeah, I'm gonna hit it with massive excessive violence. So much that I go into the negatives. I hit it so hard. And I have no heroes to KO, so... You know what? A few more negative attacks. Why not? 5 cards. Move over. This is what happens when it's almost been 4 hours and I've had a whole day of stuff. Turn 35. There we go. I'm shocked if anybody is still watching this on the VOD after the fact. If you're watching in the future, I hope the future's better. It's not better for me. That is 6 twists, and that is a mercy ending if I ever saw one. So evil wins. Gross. Awful. All right. Well, I sure hope you have fun with this setup this week. It is a blast. I hope you don't forget to draw only 5 cards. Well, we failed to defeat Epic Klaw. We failed to get rid of Horror of Horrors. Hulk 2099 failed to do any of his things. Speedball failed to get a single bystander in the KO pile unless you count Karma, which I don't know if I do. Kraven failed to hunt anything down. Old Man Logan failed to be all by himself. And Daredevil was terrified. And that is the game. I will see you all next week for hopefully a much more sane stream and a better game. And I'm going to go ahead and update this on the Legendary Leagues, tell you what horrors to use, and submit my first game because my second game was probably worse and disqualifying. All right, folks. Take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. Maybe second edition will release before next week. That would be really cool. Oh no, fireworks. I will see you all next time. Everybody take care.